Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. So you know my name. I'm Matt. You can call me Gunday. You can call me whatever you want. Friend of the stream. What can I call you?
Fiber or Amir?
Can,
Ameer. So you spell it.
can I just call you Fiber? Because I'm
Yeah,
used
yeah.
to,
Go
to
for it.
Fiber, and I see your like Twitch icon in my Skype, and it'll just be easier for me.
Yeah, yeah. Go for it.
It's weird because you guys like on Skype have different names than on Twitch than in real life for some reason. Like I don't know. I feel like people should call me Gunday Monday at work. They don't, but
Yeah, yeah.
it'd be so
I know
much
what you
easier.
mean.
But Fiber's fine. I can call you Amir too. Whatever you want, man. So what are we going over tonight, man? You know how this works.
I mean, I want to go over early game decision making. That's one of my biggest things, I think.
Sure.
Just kind of who to funnel gold into and stuff like that.
Who to funnel gold.
Yeah.
What else? It matters who you're playing too, because there are different ways to funnel gold.
Okay. So like maybe more Sejuani side because I just picked them up and I'm
Sure.
I'm doing pretty good with them.
Yeah, like I was looking at your win rate with her, and like this is phenomenal. Like any KDA above 3 is pretty damn good. Any win rate above 50 is considered solid. I'll be curious to see if you can keep that up as you climb. Like when you get like
Yep.
30 games on her, if you're still at an 80% win rate, that's not bad, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Just stay away from the Sejuani support mid and top. Don't make my mistakes.
Alright.
Not as good as in the jungle, in my opinion. Although support's okay. Support's okay, but you need the right team. You can't play it every game like I do. Alright, so is that it? Early game decision making with Sejuani? We can do that. You said you had some videos too, right?
Yeah, I do have a few VODs, not with Sejuani though. I mean, I do have some old like Twitch streams that I did yesterday.
I mean,
We can
that's
go over
fine.
those if you want.
We can do that. We can do whatever you want, man. It's your lesson. Whatever you want to do to get better.
All right, how about we go over like a game that I lost with Sej?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you have a link?
Yeah, let me get that for you.
Yeah, for sure, man. Throw it in Skype, throw it in Twitch, throw it in whatever. You mind if I share it with... Share it? Oh, God. Do you mind if I share it with the chat?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm doing spoonerisms. It's when you replace the first consonant of a word you're about to say with the word you're trying to say. Fun.
I think it starts, let me tell you when it starts.
Oh, yeah, that'd be helpful, too, because if this is like a long-ass stream... I didn't know you streamed. Here, I'll have to give you a follow, check you out.
All right, cool, cool.
Two guys, follow Fiber. He's a fledgling Sejuani main.
Okay, it starts at about an hour 40.
Hour 40, we can do that. Oh, so it's like the last game. Here, I'm going to go in champ select so I can see things. Theater mode.
I think I like raged offline after this one.
Oh, no.
No, I just played normals after this, I'm pretty sure. I practiced Evelyn a little bit.
All right, I'm going to share this with the chatterino, too, so they can see.
Cool.
All right, so this is actually nice. We can see all the champ select and stuff. I usually like this on YouTube just so I can fast forward, but this will be fine. I might just jump around a little. Let me screen share with you. If Skype poops out, are you cool trying to Google Hangout?
Yeah, I have a Google account, so.
Nice, good. Like one guy, it took him like 10 minutes to sign up for one. And I was like, this is taking too long. Just don't worry about it. But
Yeah.
But Skype actually hasn't been that bad. It like only crapped out 3 times the last coaching session I did. All right, so you can see my screen, okay?
Yep.
All right, so first thing, early decision making starts now. Tell me how your team wants to fight. Tell me how their team wants to fight. You watch the stream. I don't need you to tell me every single champion's abilities. Like what are we thinking the plan is?
All right. In my opinion, I think they definitely want a team fight, just because you got the Braum and the Annie ult.
Mm-hmm.
And then Karthus ult, obviously he can slow everybody. Ezreal just poking everyone down.
Yeah, he's probably going to buy a Rylai's. He might actually flash into you and die first because he's Karthus and he can do stuff like that. Ezreal can go blue build and slow you down. He can go the damage build now that he got those buffs. You know, get Trinity for a second item or whatever. And yeah, so they have a nice little wombo, nice little catch comp. Volibear can throw people back into Karthus. Ezreal can slow people down once they're in there. Karthus can just do Karthus things.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah,
definitely they want a team fight. If they want a team fight, what do they want to do? What's their plan?
I would say probably farm up because Annie and Ezreal are probably strongest late game 6 items. Volibear definitely wants to gank, maybe? I don't know.
I don't necessarily agree with you. Here, let's go through each one of these guys. I want you to tell me when their power spikes are because they're strong at different points in the game, right?
Okay.
So Annie, is she strong or weak in lane?
Pretty strong in my opinion.
Yeah, pretty strong. She has infinite mana if she plays well. She's very scary with her stun up. Like at any time she can just flash stun you before you even see the jungler, and you can die or at least blow summoners and get forced out of lane, right? So
Yep.
she's pretty scary. When does she get her really scary power spike?
I would say level 6 because she gets
Yeah.
Tibbers.
Tibbers is terrifying. You can use that for a bunch of things. You can use it to tank Dragon, you can use it to tank towers, you can use it to catch out an entire enemy team. And yeah, I agree with you. She's going like full glass cannon. Like she can definitely, if Twitch walks by the wrong bush, delete it. So
Yep.
yeah, probably 6 onward, they're looking to do things. And in lane, she's probably just looking to farm up. So she's fine if the laning phase goes on a little bit because she has like a very easy laning phase with her Q. Because if she executes a minion, she gets mana back, right?
Yep.
All right. What about Volibear? When is he the strongest? When is he the weakest?
I like Volibear level 3 probably.
Mm-hmm.
Because in his passive, you have to remember that's pretty crazy early game.
Yeah, I would argue, if anybody, that Volibear is the strongest champion in the game, level 3.
Yeah.
I don't think there is anybody that has an answer to him. I think what you do if you see a Volibear running at you level 3 is you run away.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that.
So, but when does he fall off? Sure, early game he's really strong because, like you said, that passive, if he gets below a third of his health bar, he regenerates for a third of his health bar. Early game, people don't have enough damage to even kill him because he just has so much health, right? In level 3, usually everyone in lane is still level 2. He has double buff. He's super scary.
Yep.
So when does he fall off?
Probably when Twitch gets a mortal reminder.
Yeah, Mortal Reminder. Maybe he might... What's another item Twitch might want to buy this game?
Against their team comp.
What about just Volibear? Let's say
QSS,
ignore the rest of their team comp. QSS, sure, for the Annie stun, for Braum stuns. But what about the Volibear specifically? If Twitch wanted to shit on Volibear, what would be a couple items? I like the Mortal to get rid of the healing. That's good. But looking at the rest of their team comp, no one else really has healing, right?
Yeah.
So you could buy it for Volibear, but at the same time, is Volibear going to be doing most of the damage in team fights late game?
No.
Nah, I would argue no. So maybe
exactly.
there's something else that might be better. And again,
Bloodthirster?
Bloodthirster could work, but think about what it does. Bloodthirster gives you a shield, makes you a little bit stronger, gives you AD, gives you lifesteal, right?
Yep.
So, it's not going to really counter Volibear. I mean, I could also just build another item. I could build Death Stance. That gives me AD, that gives me lifesteal, that gives me a little bit of prolonged stuff. Like, just specifically, Twitch versus Volibear. What item would you want in a 1v1 to win if you were Twitch?
I would might take Bork, actually.
Bork, that's what I was thinking. Why would Bork be really good?
Steal 10% of their health and slow them, I think.
The active is nice. It slows them, steals 10% of their health. Will Volibear have a lot of health or a little health?
A lot.
Yeah, he's going to be like 4k, 5k health. He's going to be building all health items because his W scales with his max health. He's a tank. He wants to like run in and tank all the damage first because his passive also scales with his health. The more health he has, the bigger 1/3 of his health bar is. The more health his passive will heal. He'll get a Spirit Visage too, I'm sure. So if you get Blade the Ruined King, that's great because if he has a lot of health, every auto attack is just going to be, stealing a percent of that health.
Yep.
And that's along with your other AD carry items. Who else is tanky on their team?
Braum
is super tanky. Who's going to be in the front line that Twitch will be hitting probably?
and Volibear.
You see how my brain is thinking? Like that might be a really good item. And sure, he wants other items, definitely, because that's not going to help him much against Karthus, Ezreal, or Annie, who are squishy. It might help him against Tibbers, you could argue. But that'd be pretty good. So that aside, sure, maybe Twitch wants a mortal, maybe somebody on your team gets an executioners for him, but I don't think it's that big of a deal if you ignore the Volibear and kill everybody else, because who's going to be doing the damage for them? Here, let's ask that question.
Definitely Annie, Karthus, Ezreal.
Karthus, Ezreal. So if those are probably the first 3 you focus. Who's next? Who's the next focus?
Out of those, after those 3, you said?
Volibear or Braum?
Volibear,
then Braum, right? Braum should be the last one alive at every team fight because, he's not going to win a team fight by himself. Volibear might. He has a little bit of damage. Braum doesn't. So whoever is the most fed out of these 3, they're first if you can get to them because you're Sejuani and you can get to anybody if you play well enough. After that, then you go down the order. So if Karthus is 10-0 for some reason, he's the first one. Maybe you back out of his ult and then you re-engage, something like that. And then Annie and Ezreal are the focus. Then Volibear, then Braum. Yep. So that's why I'm saying, sure, the executioners make sense because he's going to be healing, but because no one else on their team will really be healing, it's kind of a wasted item. It's really good against one healer. Your team, would they want to buy an executioners on Ezreal?
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
for the Soraka ult.
because she can heal literally every one of you. So it would be really good.
Yeah, I see what you mean there.
Situational though, just because like 5 people will be healing here versus 1 person. You want to make your items count because you only get 6 of them, right?
Yep.
Fitzel is saying magic resist would be good. I actually like your recommendation of getting the QSS and building that into the item that has the same active, because Karthus will have a lot of magic damage, Annie will have a lot of magic damage. It'd be pretty good. And if like he randomly gets flash Annie, he can like QSS himself like GTFO,
Yeah.
run to his Soraka so he can get all his health back. So that'll be nice. But okay, going back to Volibear. He's level 3, strongest champion in the game, I would argue. By the way, if you know someone stronger, please let me know. I want to play him. What is Volibear's weakness? How do you beat him?
Probably just kite him, I think.
Kiting, yes. So who on your team can help you kite?
Azir, if he gets rylized. I would probably be like the peel, I think, this game. Me and Shen.
Yeah, Azir's ult. Azir with Rylai's can slow. Your entire kit can slow. Shin can definitely taunt him if he tries to run in there. Soraka has slows in her kit, and she's probably going the spooky ghost item, right? So I think Volibear early game is going to be a terror, but once you guys start grouping up, he should never be able to get to your carries. Because Azir is super slippery. He can dash over walls and stuff. He has his ult to like block him back. Soraka can slow. She has the spooky on her Q, right, when she's fishing with that. She has the silence, too. She has the spooky ghost on her support item. Twitch, he can just go invisible if all else fails. You'll be slowing. You have your ult, your Q, your W, which then lets you use your E on everybody running in there. And like you said, Shin has that big old shield, and then he can jump in and taunt. So there's a lot of tools at your disposal once you guys start team fighting to make the Volibear worthless. But early game, yeah, if he like 1v1s anybody, he's probably going to eat them because he's a bear.
Yeah, okay. I
Makes
see
sense?
what you mean.
So yeah, this guy wants to do stuff early. He wants the laning phase to go on for a little while so he can terrorize people. Annie is kind of fine with the laning phase going on for a while too, I think. They still want a team fight, but like you said, Karthus is going to get strong later. Ezreal's going to get strong once he gets like maybe 3 items. Annie's going to get strong once she gets enough damage to like delete the Twitch or the Soraka if they step out. And then Volibear, he'll just start getting tanky, but like he's going to fall off if he's building straight tank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
He'll go like the Titanic Hydra, Cinder Hulk build, then like Dead Man, Spirit Visage, some kind of boots, last item situational, maybe a GA or something, I don't know. But okay, what about Braum? What's Braum all about?
His passive is pretty cancer.
Yeah, is Braum Ezreal a pretty good lane?
Or actually, yeah, because Ezreal's Q does proc Braum passive, so I wouldn't say it's that bad.
It's not that bad, but can you block Ezreal's Q pretty easily?
Yeah.
You just stand behind minions, right?
Lucian Braum would be better.
Yeah, like Lucian Braum. Why is that so good? That's an amazing lane.
Lucian's passive, he gets double shot after he uses an ability.
So like the combo of Lucian Braum like hits you with his Q. You have 1 mark. If you get to 4, you're stunned. Lucian auto attacks, he E's to dash, auto, you're stunned.
Yeah.
And then he just hits all the buttons on his keyboard and your health bar disappears. Yep. So Lucian Braum, really scary lane. Braum Ezreal can maybe like auto Q auto, but still you have time to like move. If you're behind minions, the Q doesn't hit. It's less good.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, cool. What about Karthus? When does he get really, really strong? And also Braum, when he gets his ult, he can hold people in place. His shield can block stuff. Do you care about that as a Sejuani player?
No.
You should.
Or actually, he can block my ult. That's one.
He can block your ult. Braum, Morgana, and Yasuo are the champions I freaking hate playing against as Sejuani.
Oh, yeah, because I played a Yasuo yesterday too.
That the wind wall hitbox is such bullshit. Like there's that 1 pixel where it's like I didn't hit it, but you did. And then your ult just gets eaten by it. So wind wall, Braum's E, his like unbreakable shield thing, Morgana's spell shield, they all have to have fast fingers, but like a good Braum can W to jump to someone, throw up his shield with E, and completely block your ult. It'll definitely stun him, but no one behind him will get stunned. So it's super annoying. Yeah. So good Sejuani players will wait for that cooldown. Does your team have anything that can kind of bait that out?
Actually, I don't think so.
Not really. Twitch's ult, but I don't think you want to use Twitch's ult to bait that out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's a little tough. If you had something like an Ezreal, it gets easy, because Ezreal can just throw his ult, which doesn't do that much damage. Braum blocks it, feels good about himself. Then you just ult their face, and it's a little bit easier. But Yeah, Shin doesn't have anything you can throw. You only have your ult you can throw. Twitch is throwing stuff. Like, he's probably close enough that Braum can actually engage on him. Azir's soldiers, like, you can't really block with Braum's shield. I mean, I think you can, but I think they just keep hitting you after that. John Goody is saying Azir's soldier, but I think the Braum will just, like, walk away from those. I don't think he would shield. You know what I'm saying, man?
You can always queue behind Braum anyway with the soldiers.
Yeah, that's true. So I don't know. So that'll be a little tricky. If this guy is smart, he probably is going to wait for your ult to shield. If he's not smart, cool. Maybe you guys will just win every fight. Let's move on, though. I just wanted to make sure we covered that because that's important for the Sejuani-Braum interaction with that stupid shield that I hate so much. Yeah. What about Karthus? When is he strong? What does he want to do?
If I was playing Karthus, I would just farm up till 6 and just hit the F keys and watch it every side lane. Like, every few seconds, I would check bot and top.
Yeah, for sure.
Ult.
Does anyone on your team have abilities that can stop his ult?
Soraka can silence him. Shen can taunt him.
Yep, 2.
I can Q him.
You can Q him. What else can you do?
Zero wall. Oh, I can ult him.
You can ult him. But, I mean, if he's, like, just ulting when you can ult, like, that's dumb, right? Zero wall, I like that you said that, too. So you guys got some tools to stop him, so that's good. If he's smart, when is he going to be ulting in team fights?
He's going to sit in the back and just wait.
Maybe. Have you played against many Karthus players?
No, that's why I'm not really too sure about his kit. I know he has a wall slow and then Q.
What's his passive? This is one of the reasons I'm asking. I want to make sure because Karthus is a weird champ. I haven't seen one in like 300 games. So.
Let me check the wiki. I actually don't know.
So his passive, yeah, check it. If you never know, like if you haven't seen this champion, like if someone brings Galio out of their pocket for whatever reason, just check the wiki. Just be like Karthus wiki lol. I think Bard is the only one where like something that non-League of Legends pops up.
Okay, this is his passive. All right, yeah, I know what it does.
So because of this, usually Karthus players are the first to go in, and they're not in the back line.
Okay, I see. So you can channel Zalt with that.
Yeah, so his ult takes here. So he's dead for 7 seconds, right? He's dead in quotes because he stays alive. His ult needs to channel for 3 seconds. So like good Karthus players, as soon as they die, they're like 1 million, 2 1 million, 3 1 million, 4 1 million ult.
Yeah.
You know? And I think you can, I haven't played Karthus in a while, but I think you can actually ult like right on that last 7th second too. I'd have to like try him in a custom game just because it's been a while since I played Karthus jungle. But I think he can ult at the very end and the channel will still go too. I'm not sure on that though. Maybe someone in chat can correct me. But so what a good Karthus player will do is he'll go in, he'll burn all of his stuff, he'll have his Defile on, which is that big AoE, it's like the size of an Amumu ult, and it's just doing damage, right? It's burning a lot of mana, so he actually kind of wants to die, and he probably has a Rylai's on, so he's holding you in that. And then when he dies, you know, he's still dropping a Wall of Pain, which reduces your magic resist, and he's like dropping the Skittles every few seconds, which do quite a bit of damage if he can single you out. And then at the end of it all, he just clicks R. You can ulti last second. Arjunt is saying you can't. Nathan says you can't. Okay, cool. So they're saying the last 3 seconds of your death. So it's 1 million, 2 1 million, 3 million, 4 million ult. And when you're dead, you can't, no one can block it. Like if Soraka puts a silence on you, you're already dead. You know, you're untargetable. So good Karthus players in team fights will save this for the very last thing. And it does quite a bit of damage. Like 550 plus 60% AP is a lot when you're building a lot of AP, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's like 1,000 damage nuke. So magic resist would be really good against this guy. What would be a good item on your tank Sejuani to help your team out?
Against the Karthus, Locket for sure.
Locket would be amazing. Who else would that help against on their team?
Annie for sure.
Annie for sure. Yeah, a little bit one other champion, but it's kind of like meh. You're not buying it for him.
As ult.
As ult, yeah, it does a little bit of AP, but Ezreal's probably going to be building the AD build.
And Volley Bear, I'm guessing.
Yeah, his ultimate makes magic damage happen. He'll probably have Cinderhulk, which will be doing a little bit of magic damage. I think his E does magic damage. So, like, he'll do a little. Locket will completely negate him if you get that. But you're mainly buying it for the Karthus, you're buying it for the Annie, and the active is so good if you can save your teammates with the active. Like, if you just go next to them and, you know, click the button, give them an extra 200-300 health, right? So that'd be an amazing item.
Oh, I should have built that, actually.
Actually, it'd be really good. You want it or Soraka wants it, one of the two. And it's not bad if you both have it. The magic resist aura doesn't stack amongst your team, but you get 20 magic resist from the item. She gets 20 magic resist from the item, but she doesn't get the aura. So if you guys both have it, you can give each other the aura that you're missing from your own item, if that makes sense.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Locket's a weird here. Locket of the... Let me just show you what I mean.
Actives, I wonder, I don't know if they stack.
The actives don't really stack, so you have to toggle them well. And there used to be a thing where it wasn't as good if you used them within the same amount of time. Like, I think it's like half as effective if you both hit the button at the same time. So one is the full shield, the second is half as much, but I don't know if Riot changed it because I don't see anything about it here. But what I'm talking about is here, this aura, 15 magic resist to everybody near you. The item gives you 20 magic resist by itself. So this one does not give you magic resist on top of this. But if Soraka had one as well, like you had one, Soraka has one, you each get the 20 magic resist from this, and you give each other this 15 magic resist, as weird as that sounds. But then your allies, they don't double down into that aura. They don't get 30 from both of you. They each only get 15 from one of your auras, even if they're overlapping. Make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
But like, it can still work. Or if she wants to be annoying, maybe the Karthus is split pushing. She can buy a Banner of Command. You can buy one of these. And the same kind of thing will happen, because they both build out of Aegis, right?
Yeah.
Just something to think about. I don't know. All right, what about Ezreal? When does he want to fight?
Where or when?
When?
Probably his 4-item power spike.
Yeah, three to 4 items. Once he finishes some stuff, his tier will be fully charged by then. You know, that's when he wants to fight. So he's strongest like mid game, I would argue. You know, team fight time. Early game and lane, he just wants to farm. And Braum can definitely keep him safe, because if Twitch like tries to get aggressive, even with his ult, Braum can, you know, just be like, shield, and then Twitch's ult does nothing. So, makes sense?
Yeah.
Novadis, Tabby can work versus Lichbane? That's interesting, I didn't think about that. But yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense. Ninja Tabby makes auto attacks weaker. Lichbane, because of the sheen, makes them stronger. I don't know what you're talking about, Nova, but that is interesting. Anyone know if Randuin slows down Azir's attacks if he hits them with Sand Soldiers? It used to. I don't know if Riot changed that, though. Like, Frozen Heart used to take away attack speed from him, too.
Still does, I think.
Still does? Yeah, then Randuin should still, too. People stopped playing Azir, so I stopped paying attention to him. But that's bad. So it's always good to, like, check stuff on that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So going through all their stuff, when do you think they want to fight? What do you think their plan is? What do you think Volibear's plan is?
It's kind of interesting because he's more of like a pick champ, I guess.
Yeah, he's more of a pick champ, and then everybody else is more of a what champ?
Fighting.
More of a fighting. Although, like Karthus wants to team fight, he can be a pick champ once he has his ult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Volibear picks someone with Annie, Karthus clicks R from base. He's helping technically. You know, Ezreal can be kind of a pick champ. Let's say he knows that you're going to stun someone. He just throws an ult right where he thinks the stun's going to be. He can still kind of do that. Braum can definitely help pick people out. Ezreal can help by slowing them if he's going the blue build, you know, where his Q's slow because of the Iceborne Gauntlet kind of thing. Yeah. So they do kind of have a pick comp, but they also kind of want a team fight, like the Braum synergy with the Karthus AoE and the Annie AoE. Even Volibear has some AoE. Like that can work too. So I think they're trying to pick comp. I think they're trying to team fight. It could be both, depending on who's fed and how the early game goes, right?
Yep.
So knowing that, what do you think they're trying to do? Here, let's ask this. Let's say pick comp it. If they want to pick comp, when are they trying to pick people?
It could be mid game. They could bait Baron or Dragon with the Volibear. See, our team. We do have the Shen to like save people if someone does get picked, and the Rocco.
Yeah, because of the Shen and the Soraka, I think like the pick comp idea is kind of bad. That's why I was like staying away from that, because Shen is literally you picked someone, that's cute, R champion, you know? He's like who you pick against a pick comp. Soraka, same kind of idea, you know, as long as she's playing safe. You know, you got picked, that's cute, R. You know, here's half your health back. And she's going to have wind speakers, and she's going to buy every like heal boosting item since all the support items got changed. So the pick comp idea, I was like, oh, this is dumb. They're not going to pick people. But if they were going to, when would it be the best time to do it?
Mid game probably.
Maybe. I would argue like before Shin gets his ult, before Soraka gets her ult, or when they're on cooldown, you know? That's
true, because the Annie always has her stun, or like she can get it before 6, and then...
Yeah, and what about Braum?
Braum's passive is always there.
And what about Volibear? Like, when is he the strongest? We said that earlier, right? Yeah, like, he is an early game terror. I literally don't think anyone in the game can 1v1 him level 1. I think they just have to run away. because he has
Yeah.
too much health, and he actually has quite a bit of damage early game too.
Oh yeah.
So because of that, I'm thinking they might want to pick early, or they might want to find a way to bait out these ults and then play around those cooldowns. Late game, it'll be harder because everyone will have like 60-second cooldowns on their ults. So
Okay.
it'll be tougher to do that. But I think you're right. Like, mid game, definitely, if they can burn these ultimates. Because even Azir, if they try to pick the Azir, like if Valdemar runs at him, good Azir will just shield wall, goodbye. Twitch can go invisible if given enough time. There's a bunch of things. You can jump over a wall. You can throw an ult in their face. Shin can save everybody. Soraka can save her. It's going to be tough. But if they bait that out and then they play around that, it could work. I'm just saying it's probably not the best way because you have to wait for them to use cooldowns. Then you have to coordinate again, and you have to hope the team's dumb enough to like walk into that pick situation while their cooldowns are down. It's like, maybe.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm leaning towards team fighting is probably how they're going to win.
Yep. I agree with that too.
Okay. And I'm just getting this from how I think these champions are going to work together and how I think these champions are going to like counter that. I haven't even talked about how you guys are going to win the game yet. So if they want a team fight, what do they want to do? What should Volibear's plan be?
I would say whoever's fed, he would try to catch out probably. And then
Maybe.
everyone follows up.
I mean, that'd be nice. If you delete the most fed person on the enemy team, that's a good way to win. But let's not even talk about that. Like you're saying in the team fight, he just runs past your tank line and just goes for the fed Twitch? I would argue, can he even do that? If you guys are playing the game League of Legends normally?
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
The only guess I have is like maybe his ult to team fight. I don't know, to be honest.
Oh, here. No, I'm not. You're thinking deeper than what I'm asking. Simple questions, man. Like literally, enemy team wants to team fight. What do they need to team fight? And I'm thinking very simple things. So what do they need to do?
A pick then. Probably want to get one of our.
I mean, if they do, that's a 5v4. That's not even a team fight. That's just a free objective, right? I'm saying, like, okay, if they want to get a pick, what do they have to do? Basic stuff. Like, you're overthinking it. Super simple.
Get someone with his Q. Gotta.
Let me ask it a different way. If they are in laning phase still, can they team fight?
No.
No, why not?
Because everyone's like spread apart.
Everyone's spread apart.
Is it just gank?
Maybe. Why is he ganking?
Get kills.
To get kills. To do what?
To get gold. To take towers.
Okay, once he takes the tower, what can his team start doing?
Snowballing.
Well, snowballing, sure. When the snowball happens, what are they going to do? We're really fed. We took the tower. What's next? We're just going to stay in lane and farm up, let the enemy team catch up?
Other objectives.
Yeah, how do they get the other objectives? What do they do?
Group.
Group, yes. So, number one thing, enemy team wants to team fight. The first thing they need to do is group. Right?
Yep.
So their pick comp, does it work like alone? Volibear catches you out. He cues you. He throws you over his back. Are you dead? Did they win? 1v1. No. What are you going to do?
Just walk away.
You're going to walk away after you slow him. Maybe you jump over a wall.
Yep.
That's cute. He flashes after you. You have flash. You flash back over the wall. You spam your mastery. You walk away. He does that to Shin. Shin taunts over the wall. He does that to Twitch. Twitch goes invisible, walks away. Soraka slows him, silences him, heals. Azir just, Shurima shuffles over a wall, uses his ult on him. The 1v1's not going to work. Same thing, Vanny. She stuns. If she doesn't have enough damage to actually murder you, and again, Shin ult, Soraka heal, you're going to be tanky. Maybe she kills these guys if they're alone, but she actually needs to have enough damage. Early game, that's not really going to work. Braum, if he catches someone out by himself, not going to work, right? So we need to get them together. So think about it from Volibear's perspective. If he needs his team to group to win the game, what should his plan be?
And the laning phase.
Yeah. So here, sub-arrow and laning phase. Now I want to ask, when do they probably want to group and team fight? Like level 3, level 8, level 14? When are you thinking is the optimal time for them? When are they going to get all their power spikes?
I'll say 6.
Yeah, I think level 6 too. So if I'm Volibear jungle, I'm thinking, you know what? Level 6, it's time to team fight. Yeah. So he's probably trying to end the laning phase right around when everybody's hitting level 6, which is, like 7-8 minutes. That's when the towers are going to start falling if he is doing his job correctly. Okay? That'll be really good, too, because right around then, Shen will be able to split push and stuff for you guys. So, this is actually a pretty nice counter for their team. So I think he wants to end laning phase probably around on level 6 because his team gets all those power spikes. And like we said, right? Do you see all the power spikes?
Yeah.
I think Volibear's power spike is the weakest, but still, it's something, right? You know, if everybody's stuck in Bramalt, Karthus slow from his W, Annie stun, like he's just sitting there auto-attacking. Every auto-attack is hitting every member of your team if they're all clumped up.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're not, you know, then they have that pick comp that you were talking about earlier, which actually works pretty well. Granted, Soraka heals, Shen ult, but you know, you're disengage, Azir disengage. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Also, your tools are kind of tough into that. We haven't even talked about your team, but I'm thinking Volibear early game, he wants to be a terror. Ideally, he would like to gank for a bunch of lanes that are easy to kill. So here, let's talk about this. Which lanes do you think he has the most kill pressure in? And I'm assuming it's Karthus top versus Shen. It could be Annie top, that's a thing.
It was Annie mid.
The real Nick PvP, thanks for the follow, man. Welcome to the stream. What are you thinking, though, Bart? Fiber?
It was Annie mid.
Okay, it was Annie mid. So Annie mid versus Zir, probably. Will this be an easy lane for him to gank?
No.
Why not?
Azir can shuffle away, or that's actually true because it just depends on the Azir. Because if he sees Annie has stun up, then he might just back up. But then again, Annie has flash.
Yeah.
Pretty easy kill.
Your Q can actually interrupt the shuffle too if you have fast fingers.
Okay, I see.
Like if you get the animation off, like while he's like mid shuffle, like it'll actually pull him out of the shuffle too. That's something that's kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. You can also slow him while he's shuffling away and then just run him down. You can always flash after him too. I think after 6, does this lane becomes a nightmare for you to gank as Volibear? Do you know why?
Yeah, the Azir wall.
He sees you coming wall. You have to flash over it, and sometimes the hitbox is so big that it bops you back anyway, and then you're just super sad for 5 minutes. Yeah. This is Volibear has a fat hitbox because he's a big fat polar bear.
Yep.
But so like as long as he doesn't have that, I think you're fine. You can just run on him, and like you said, Annie can flash stun to set it up. You can throw him back. It's hard for him to throw a soldier way by his base when he's like being thrown into the middle of your minions and stuff too.
Yep.
So I think this lane's actually pretty easy for you to gank. What about top? Top is versus Karthus. Do you have a lot of kill pressure there?
I mean, Shen's pretty tanky.
He's pretty tanky.
I mean, if I was Volibear, I wouldn't focus top.
Yeah, I wouldn't focus top either. Karthus kind of just wants to farm, right?
Yeah, and Herald isn't really that helpful on Karthus.
Nah, because he's ranged, and all of his damage is going to be from abilities, not auto attacks.
Yep.
Karthus just wants to kind of sit up there and farm at his tower. I mean, Shen has trouble pushing the wave and stuff, so like this should be a pretty easy lane for Karthus. Now, if you wanted to gank the Karthus, pretty easy to kill?
Yeah, he's pretty immobile.
He's pretty immobile. He's pretty squishy early. I mean, Shen can definitely set that up too. So if I'm Volibear, I'm probably staying away from this guy because all he needs to do is get enough farm to click R and be useful every once in a while. And then in team fights, he's probably going to die first anyway with his Rylai's because he's top lane, so he needs to be a little tanky. He's probably building like Rylai's, Leandri's, Karthus build, maybe Rod of Ages. I wouldn't be surprised to see that. And then his job will be like go in first, die, then he has 7 seconds of AoE to hold you in place, do damage, and then click R at the end of it. So something like that. Kind of makes sense?
Yep.
So he's probably ignoring this guy. What about bot lane? Is this an easy lane for him to gank or a hard lane, and why?
I would say hard because Soraka has slow, silence, and exhaust.
I would disagree with you
invisible.
Because reasons. What do you think those reasons are? Does he have
The Braum.
Yeah, the Braum. So first question, does he have anyone that can set up a good gank? The Braum, right?
Yep.
This guy's a CC machine. His auto attacks is Q, stuns people, that's for sure. Sure, Twitch can go invisible, but you can drop that pink ward you're buying every back and just see where he is and murder him. You know, you can literally throw him back into the pink ward too. What about Ezreal? Sure, he's not going to have as much damage early, but he can, do some damage early. Twitch won't be strong early too. But what about these guys makes them super gankable compared to like Azir, compared to Shen?
They're not mobile.
They're not mobile. What are their escapes?
Which is just like, he has an invisibility, which is not that reliable in this
which takes like 6 seconds to proc if you're like hitting him, and then you can just drop a pink ward. You can also use a red sweeper. So they just have flash, which has a 5-minute cooldown, right? And yeah, they can slow you, but you can also just dodge that. And, like, they can't really
Yeah.
use those abilities if Braum just sets up an all-in real quick. Like, he can always
Yeah.
flash auto Q. Ezreal can auto Q, E Essence Flux in to get a good Q, and then they're stunned, and then you suddenly just jump out of the fog of war. There's a bunch of, like, goofy stuff, like, I can think of in my head. But because they don't have any escapes, and Azir does, like you said, yeah, if his shuffle's on cooldown, I can go in and get him. If his wall's up, it's going to be tough, you know? Shen, he's just going to be, like, super tanky. It's going to be tough for me as a Volibear to get him. It's going to be hard for me to kill him, because Karthus won't have a lot of damage early. It'll be tough to set it up. You know, he can always just taunt away. Like, he can block my auto attacks once I do get him. It's going to be annoying.
Yep.
But this lane is weak early, strong later, so that'd be an easy lane to gank. I don't know. I think, like, Volibear, if I had to choose, it'd be, like, mid and bot. That'd be where I'd be spending my time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You see why?
Yep.
And he wants to end the laning phase. Hey, what's up, guys? Just dropping all the emojis. What's going on?
Chat looks glitched or something.
Yeah, that's interesting. No, I think it's just this one guy saying stuff. Good to see you, man. Must have some new people checking it out.
Yeah.
What's up, Aloya? Lance, how's it going, man, by the way? I haven't checked in with you in a while. I had a couple of my students hit Diamond, which is kind of nice. Like, one guy was, like, Gold when I coached him. He's like, hey, I just hit Diamond. It was easy. I'm like, okay. All right, man. Yeah, this is kind of funny. Good to see you guys. Yeah, that spam was actually quite enjoyable. All right, let's go back to this, though. Doing all right? Good, good, good. Okay, so going into this, so he's probably going to try to end the laning phase early. He's probably going to focus mid and bot. Mid when Azir, you know, if he's using his Shurima shuffle to harass and, like, try to kill the Annie, that's a real easy bait for you, so you can just watch that if you're F keys, see if he's doing it. If he's not, you know, then whatever. And also, you could always just go in and force that, and that uses up a bunch of mana, and then Annie can just sustain him out of lane, because her mana when she's farming with Q is pretty much free. His isn't, you know?
Yeah.
So that's another way you can win the lane for Andy, just putting pressure on him so it feels like he can't do anything. But I think most of his time will probably be spent bot. Does he care about any objectives? You mentioned Rift Herald isn't that great on Karthus.
No, I just wouldn't go top.
Probably not top, right? What is there anything on the bottom side of the map he likes?
Yeah, there's the bot tower, which you can get early, and the dragon.
Yeah, bot tower is nice because, again, the reduced magic resist, not magic resist, damage reduction. Top and mid have 50% damage reduction for the first 5 minutes. Bot doesn't because Riot hates LCS lane swaps. And then also the dragons down there, which I think every member on his team wants. Like, every dragon would be nice, actually. Yeah, like, even the win one, because Volibear wants to run people down. Braum wants to run people down. Karthus might want to run away from all the people ganking him nonstop because he's an immobile mage with no escape playing top lane against a tank. Damage Dragon would be nice for a lot of these guys, especially since you have a damage-dealing top laner. You know, I guess the sustain one would be okay, but it's, like, not that big of a deal. Maybe if these guys try to siege, the sustain one would be fine, but, like, not that big of a deal.
Be nice for them, too.
Mountain would be amazing. And also, they don't want you guys to have any of those.
Yeah.
So if I'm Volibear, probably ignoring top, probably focusing bot lane, probably trying to control the dragons. That'd be my plan if I were him. Do you agree? Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
All right. So now, if I'm you, how do I throw a monkey wrench in that? Walk me through how you're going to break that plan. And I can help you along the way if you're not sure.
So like early game, what I would do, because I know the Volibear is going to be wanting to gank level 3, I would try to set up for a counter gank.
Yeah, where do you think the gank's going to happen?
Bot.
Why bot?
Because Ezreal, I don't know, it just depends on Ezreal Braum if they're going to go aggressive or not, because I think Soraka Twitch is more passive early game. So, just depends on which way the wave's pushing, and if the wave's pushed, then I would just go mid if I was Volibear.
Yeah, for sure. Something like that could work, too. Twitch banned me 12. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Welcome back, though. Thank you for the follow. So he could go mid. If you wanted to know for sure, what could you do? And I talk about it on most of the streams.
Invade early game.
Invade early game. To do what?
Get vision. Maybe
Get vision.
First blood.
Here, I got Rift Kit up. Can you still see okay?
Yep.
Where would you want to invade, probably?
Probably blue side.
Probably blue side, because he is on... Actually, let's look. You are up here. Where is he probably going to start? Where will it be easiest for your team to invade to? Because you're on this side of the map, which in this case is red side? Just because this is red?
Yeah, wouldn't we go?
So this is Volibear's jungle.
Mhm.
Got it?
Yep.
So where would you want to invade? You're saying his blue side?
Yeah, I'd still say blue side.
Okay, that's cool. So that's actually pretty damn safe, too. Do you want your bot lane with you if you're doing that?
Yeah.
I mean, probably. You want to go as 5 just in case you find someone, so then everybody gets an assist, everyone's there to do extra damage. Because, like, if you find the Volibear, like, it's going to be tough to kill him. Because he has that passive, right? But maybe with everybody you can do it. Does your team have Ignite? Nobody took Ignite, which is sad. Again, the healing there would have been nice, but at the same time, the exhaust for all the assassins, that's pretty good, too. So, okay.
Yeah,
so
we don't have much damage early, too. Anyway, I don't think.
All right, so this is fine, actually. That's actually a right answer. Because, like, show me where you're going to get the wards. Let's say you go in here, and I'm going to assume, like, he's not starting there. Let's say he's starting down here. But you guys go in here. So here, I'm going to say this M is your entire team. What's the route you're going to take? Where are you putting your wards?
Go through mid to Riverbush.
Nice. Why are you doing that?
So the person in the first like jungle entrance doesn't see us and just walk away.
Yeah, you could do this too, because if the mid laner is standing here, you know, he'll just see you come through here. And if that happens, you know, you might get cheesed. You might get, like, the enemy might stack his 5 right here and murder whoever walks in first. So if you go through here, you see if someone's in there, and maybe they're AFK in this bush too, and you can just murder him. That's always the thing. But also, like you said, let's say that instead of standing there, he's standing, like, right here guarding. So if you come from this way, he sees you. If you come from this way, it takes him a little bit longer because, you know, this rocky thing is blocking his vision for a little while. So he has, like, 1 second less of reaction time. So I always, like, laugh at my teammates when they run through this way because they're bad. They, like, run straight here. You know, if you're, like, the mid laner on this side, what are you going to do if you see someone running this way?
Just walk away.
You're going to walk away. What if the enemy team is clumped up in this bush? What are they going to do?
Probably try to fight.
They're probably going to murder the first person that walks up, right?
Yeah.
You know, so, like, there's nothing good that can come from this. But if they're all up there and you go this way, they can't see you until you're about, like, right here. Just because the way this rocky thing blocks the vision. Here, let me just show you what I mean. So because they're in the bush right here, they don't really get vision if they're standing here until you are right about here.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Versus, like, right here, and there's, like, way more distance for them to react. You know, maybe they're all chatting. Like, my favorite thing to do right before I invade, when we're getting right about here and starting to go, I'm like, good luck, have fun, you know, or something like that. Best of luck to you, so that they're typing back, yeah, you too, but, and then you murder them. Or, like, if you want to be more bad manners, another favorite is, what's your favorite Pokemon? Mine's Jigglypuff. You know, and then someone's just like, Pika, F, 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 D, 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 F, F, E, E, Q, Q, and then they die, and then their team is raging at them. Oh, it's so good. It's so bad. It's so good. But anyway, so it's good that you're running through there. All right, so going back through here. We're going through here. Here's kind of the path. All right, then what? What's the plan?
Nope. Just to get wards down.
Where are you putting the wards?
Put one right behind the wolves in that one bush, that tiny bush.
Like here?
Yep. I'll put one there and then one to where you could see Gromp and Blue Buff.
Okay. Walk me through. What are the wards doing?
Will they let me know where he is or isn't?
Okay, will this one let you know where he is or isn't?
Nope.
Nope. So I would get rid of that one. Will this one let you know where he is or isn't?
Yep.
Yep, this is a great ward. This one makes 0 sense to me, unless you're worried that a mid laner might come behind you or something, and you're just being super paranoid. But, like, that probably won't happen. This is usually pretty safe.
Okay.
Would anybody ever start wolves for any reason?
Probably not.
Probably not. I mean, unless they know that you're doing this and they played with you a bunch of times, or they're ghosting because you're on Twitch. Probably not starting wolves. That's the thing you could do, though. Like, Last Shadow, Challenger coach, I think he's, like, master tier in Korea, so I should not call him a challenger. But he's been teaching people Evelyn, and he's saying, like, okay, let's say you know Volibear's going to start here at Gromp. He's teaching Evelyn players to, like, start on the wolves and meet him at blue.
Oh, wow.
Which is, like, super scary, because you're level 2, he's level 2, he's getting low from blue, you know, murder him. And usually it's not a Volibear, usually it's someone you can actually kill as Evelyn. But you know what I mean? Like, whoever the jungler is. So maybe there's something cheesy like that could be going down, especially if this is a weaker jungler early game. Like, Volibear, I don't think Evelyn can murder, like, early game at all. I think he's just too healthy, too tanky.
Yeah.
Because of that passive again. But, okay. But I digress. Probably not going to be on the wolves. Do you need to waste a ward on the wolves? Is what I'm trying to get at.
No.
No, this is all you need on this side. So let's say you don't see him here. Where's he probably starting?
Krugs.
Krugs.
Or red.
Or red. Let's say he does Krugs. When would he be ganking bot if he was going to do it?
Around like 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Why 3 minutes? I disagree with you, by the way, because of reasons.
Yeah. I would say if he's gonna clear his 3 camps, probably Krug, Raptors, and red, and then gank.
Yeah, I agree. About what time would that be?
I think like 2:40 he finishes 3 camps, or 2:50.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so 250. He's coming here. So yeah, maybe 3 minutes. What do junglers usually do after their third camp? Like, where's
Scuttle to heal? He might do Scuttle to heal.
He'll probably do Scuttle, and there's a couple reasons he's doing Scuttle. One of them to heal, sure. He's Volibear, he'll probably be pretty healthy. But yeah, if you hit Scuttle, it's a free camp. What else does it give you? Let's say
gives you that movement speed buff and vision.
Movement speed and vision. So let's say he kills Scuttle, and his plan is to gank bot because, you know, you guys are just pushing up. Braum Ezreal, known for pushing the wave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not really. It's kind of wimpy, actually. But
Oh, Braum, yeah, they're just gonna probably farm bot.
yeah, they're probably going to farm. So these guys probably won't be pushed up, and he's probably going to be doing that Scuttle, just waiting for these guys. Actually, wait. Blue, yeah, blue is him, right? So they're probably going to be pushed up because the Twitch will be harassing, Soraka will be, you know, hitting people with stuff and healing. Because, like, with a Soraka lane, you want to be auto-attacking because, like, cool, you traded with me, Soraka just healed me, whatever. You know, something like that. What's up, Aoki? Good to see you, my friend. So I think Volibear, what he wants to do, like, let's say the lane looks like this. You know, he still probably wants, and the blue guys are the Ezreal, Braum, these guys are the Twitch Soraka, right? He still wants to gank bot, but maybe he just does the Scuttle to, like, wait for the wave to push this way. Or something like that. Or maybe he waits for them to bait a team fight, and then he's going down there. But usually he'll come here, he'll be looking, if nothing's there, he'll do Scuttle, then he'll come back. What's another reason he might want to do Scuttle? Let's say the lane is perfect for a gank. You know, it's like this. They have no wards yet, because it's like 3 minutes and 30 seconds, he just finished Scuttle. Why would this be amazing? He's coming down here, he's ganking. Why would this be amazing?
You can see me coming if I come
Yeah, you can see you coming to counter gank, maybe mid is roaming. Like you can see a bunch of stuff. That tells him how far to chase, because maybe he didn't kill these guys and they're going this way. You know?
Yeah.
Does he want to chase if he sees mid and you coming through here?
Nope.
No. So it's a free ward early. Also, he gets, you know, the 80 or 90 extra gold, depending on how much it's worth at this point in the game. He can just back off. He probably blew some summoners. He'll be back in a minute, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so Scuttle's really important. So because of that, I don't think he's going to actually come and gank, you know, around 3 minutes. I think it'll be more like 3 minutes, 30 seconds if he starts Krugs, because his path will be like, you know, Krugs, chickens, red, because his smite will be back up so he can smite the red for more health. He'll come through here, probably do Scuttle, unless the gank is just like super duper free. Like if it's like this and they're at like half health, you know.
Yeah. Go right bot.
He'll go right bot. But I mean, if they're like that, you probably can see that on your map too, and you're probably making a beeline for it as well, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So if he's not here, he's probably starting Krugs, or maybe he's starting red. Let's say he's starting red. What will his gank path look like?
He starts red. You probably go red chickens, Krugs, then gank.
Maybe. That's kind of weird, though, isn't it? How is he gonna... what is his path gonna look like? He starts red. He gets the smite there for extra health. Does the chickens. Okay, whatever. Then he comes here, does Krugs. When he finishes Krugs, how is he actually gonna run into the lane?
That's true.
That's kind of awkward, right?
Yep.
High probability of being seen by a ward. Kind of weird. It could work. I'm just saying, I've never seen that done before. He could also do something like this, but it's a little wasteful. You know, I don't know. Like, maybe. But then what happens if he's planning on doing this? Because the reason, like, you don't see a lot of junglers do this is because, let's say you do Krugs, chickens, red. Well, from red, he can go here. From red, he can go here, and it doesn't waste a lot of time. If he does red, chickens, Krugs, let's say the lane looks like this. You know, it's inefficient. It's shitty because he's here. You know, he has to walk all the way up here. It's going to cut him like 10 seconds. And if he goes here, he's not going to get anything. Maybe he gets Scuttle. You've probably done your blue jungle by now. Like, kind of wimpy. Maybe he ganks mid, but then, again, this is like the long way around. It's kind of awkward. He could do it, but I'm not thinking that's what he's going to do, right?
Yeah, I agree with you.
All right, so let's say he's starting red. What do you think his path is probably if he's starting red?
Is the goal to gank bot after his camps, or no? It doesn't have to be bot.
It doesn't have to be bot. If he's starting red, I don't think he's ganking bot.
Yeah, I would go. I would probably go red chickens, blue, and then gank.
Yeah, red chickens blue or red wolves blue, and he's looking to gank top or mid, or maybe he's looking to come find you in your jungle. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something like that. Because remember, Volibear, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. Who can really 1v1 him?
Nobody.
Nobody. Is
Maybe
Sejuani
Graves.
strong early? Maybe Graves. I think Graves runs away. I don't think Graves wins that fight.
Yeah.
Maybe
Nobody
Graves,
really.
but that champ's banned every game, right? Because he's broken right now.
Yeah.
So that's a non-issue. But okay, let's say like maybe his plan if he's starting red is to come here and murder you. I don't know. But yeah, he could go red. One of these little camps blue. Now he's level 3 of double buff, and top mid is very scary. Shin early, not that tanky. Maybe he can actually get his Karthus ahead. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But if he's starting red, he's probably not looking to gank bot, just because the pathing would be awkward. Like if he goes red chickens, scuttle bot, he's like level 2.5, and he's not going to have his full kit. Do you see what I'm saying? And like most Volibears start E for the extra fear to like stay a little healthier, then they get W. So usually Q is like level 3.
Oh yeah. The reason I said that weird path is because I thought you meant like starting red, ganking bot. So that's why I kind of.
Ah, gotcha. No, I'm saying like if he's starting red, where do you think he's going? That's where I'm thinking.
Chickens, blue, or wolves, blue.
Yeah, he's probably going to be moving this way across the map, and then looking to gank this guy, or come like ruin your day in your jungle. But he's probably going to do something up here. So bot will probably be safe. So again, we're getting all of this from this one ward, right? So he's not starting here, because he's probably going to start the Gromp if he's up here. If he's starting on the Gromp, like let's say you see him right here. What's his plan, probably?
Let's get 3 camps gank.
Yeah, Gromp blue, red, that's his power spike. He's looking bot, he's looking mid. Because we think if he's a good jungler, remember, we went through all this, he wants to end the laning phase, and these will be the easy lanes to gank. Because Shin's going to be a nightmare, Karthus won't have a lot of damage. These guys are mobile, easy to kill. Azir will be a mobile if Andy gets a good stun. And you actually have a little bit of damage here to follow up. Granted, exhausts, but still, it's better than the Shen who will just like taunt away and be super tanky and block auto attacks. Kind of makes sense?
Yep.
So if you see him up here with your ward, which you put down, he's probably going to move something like this. He could do a full clear, but if he does like Gromp, wolves, blue, chickens, red, Smite will be back up, Krugs, I think he's doing you a favor, right?
Yeah.
Why am I saying that?
Just wasting time.
He's wasting his power spike, exactly. He's strongest early game when no one can fight him. Why is he farming? He's already strong. He doesn't need to farm. Make sense? So, again, if you see this, he's probably looking to go down here and then make something happen bot, make something happen mid. When will that probably happen if you see him up here? 3 buffs. How long do you think? Or 3 camps, I'm sorry.
3 camps, 250.
Yeah, 250. So around that 3-minute window, he'll probably be looking to gank bot. If he started down here, when do you think he's probably going to be doing it? Let's say you get a ward here, and you get a ward here. So you can see both of these options. I think this would be interesting to look at.
330.
Yeah, about 330, because he's probably going to do like if he starts Krugs, you're probably thinking, oh god, I'm trying to move him, not ward. He's probably going to do that. Krugs, chickens, red, look to gank, and he's doing red third so he can smite it, get more health back. So he can come down here. If nothing looks good, he's going to do scuttle for a little while. Then he'll look again. He'll look mid. Nothing there. Maybe he recalls. Maybe he does your Gromp because it'll be back up by then. I don't know. But he's probably doing that. If he starts red, his plan is top mid or your jungle probably.
Yeah.
Does that kind of make sense?
Yep.
I think these wards might be better because they tell you more of his plan. But, you can get by with ward in his blue side too. What's another thing you can do? Let's say you get this ward and you see nobody.
I could just start in his jungle.
Yeah, take his shit. One thing I do, you don't want your team to come with you because it can give it away. But let's say that you get this ward, and you were going to start up here because you were planning to gank bot or counter gank bot something. But you're like, you know what? He's not here. Why don't I just take his shit? Start his wolves.
Okay.
Seems weird, but your clear is okay. Sure, the Gromp smite is nice, but it'll kick your ass if you're doing it solo. Wolves don't do a lot of damage. You can also smite it and get that early warning if someone is coming to murder you.
Okay.
And then by the time you finish that, if they did put a ward here, First of all, that ward won't see you, and also it'll be expired by the time you get to blue because it only lasts for a minute, right? And they're in lane. So if you start wolves, move over to blue, you can then move over to your red. You can then rotate this way, look to gank at a weird time. Something like that's very doable. And then if he's actually moving this way across the map, his plan is kind of fucked. So that's something you could do. I'll do that on junglers with faster clears like Shyvana or something.
I usually do stuff like that when I play him, or Shaco.
Yeah, like Shaco, sure. Go steal their resources, then they're weaker for you to terrorize them, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Real Nasty saying stream is hella laggy. You guys are all saying it's too. Yeah, sorry, man. It's looking like it's fine for me. Here, check it out. Here's XSplit. It's saying I'm not dropping any frames or anything. So it's okay.
From my end. Yeah,
it's fine on his end, too. Try relogging, man. Might be Twitch Arena.
Oh, there's a Cap of Pride.
There it is! But kind of makes sense?
Yeah. That's good.
So I really like that you said the invade for the early wards. Let's see if you do it. That'll be good. Okay, going back to this, though. So we think his early strategy is, go gank, get these guys ahead, and try to end laning phase by 6. Control dragons. He doesn't give a shit about Rift Herald. Yeah. Sound like a 4-point Cliff Notes version of what he's trying to do?
Oh, yeah. That's
good. Do you see how we got to that?
Yep.
All right, so if you want to do that, again, how would you throw a monkey wrench in there? I like the invade, figure out where he's starting. If you figure out where he's starting, what does that tell you again?
Where he's going to gank.
Where he's going to gank and what else?
And I can basically, I can time where he's going to be for most of the...
Yes, for the first 7 minutes of the game, he is now your bitch. You know exactly where he's going to be, right?
Y7.
So think about it this way. If let's say you get this ward down here, and it's on the Krugs, and you see him starting Krugs. What's his path, probably?
Chickens, then red.
Yeah, it's going to be like that, and then he's going to do Scuttle, and he's going to look to gank.
Okay.
All right, well, you know this, so you're telling your team, hey, he's going to be right here at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Don't be dumb shits and push up, right?
Yep.
So what's he going to do when both of your lanes look like this? Or I guess, I'm sorry, yeah, he's the Blue Jay. When both of your lanes look like this. And you started up here and you're moving down here, probably, right? Just farming, because you're Seju.
He's going to either recall or just go top.
Yeah, well, if he goes top, what does his path look like?
He's just going to waste a bunch of time.
Going to waste a bunch of time. Okay, so it's going to take a bunch of time to get here. If he recalls, what does his path look like?
It's base right to wolves or gromp.
Right to probably gromp, blue, wolves, and then he'll rotate down here. His chickens and Krugs will be up eventually. But how long is that going to take? So we said up to the Scuttle. Here, let me move these. This is about 3:30, right? Yep. To get back to base or to move over here, so he bases and gets to here, or he just walks from here to this area. How long will that take?
15 seconds.
I would say another 30 seconds.
30 seconds?
I mean, maybe if he's flashing over walls and stuff, sure. Maybe he gets there in 15 seconds. I don't think so. He's using his Q. Maybe he has Ghost 2 instead of Smite because he's bad. Maybe 15 seconds. But I think it's another 30 seconds. So we're at 4 minutes now. What's he going to do once he gets up here?
Just farm his...
Okay, how long do you think that's going to take? Do you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, okay.
Do you see how I'm I know where he's going to be for the next 7 minutes of the game? So he starts here. He's going to do this. He's not going to get any ganks because I told my team exactly where he is. Maybe I have wards here too, so I can show them exactly where he is. He's now going to come up here. It's 4 minutes. He's going to farm these 3 camps. It's going to take him another minute. That's 5 minutes. He's going to look top and mid. If something's gankable, he's probably going to gank, right?
Yeah. So I know what you mean now.
Yeah, so...
you basically have an idea of where he is the whole game.
Yeah, 3 minutes and 30 seconds, he's going to be here or here. That's where he's going to be ganking. If nothing's there, I know around 4 minutes he's going to be up here. Maybe 5 minutes he's going to be here or here if something is gankable. If nothing's gankable, where is he going to go?
My jungle.
He could go your jungle. That's a thing. But he doesn't know where you started unless he got wards, too, so it might be a waste of time. I don't know. But maybe... So, yeah, he ganks this. Nothing's gankable. He could go in your jungle. He could also go here. And right around there, that's the 6-7 minute kind of area. That's where, we can't really predict. We need new wards to figure out where he is, what his new plan is, right? And that'll depend on how your teammates are playing. Maybe somebody DC'd and he's just shitting on that lane. Maybe one of his laners is hella fed and he doesn't need to go there anymore. Maybe he's an asshole and he's going there every single time and just really punishing that one player. It definitely depends. You know what I mean? But for the first like 7 minutes of the game, because we got that ward, I have a pretty damn good idea of where he's going to be.
All right, cool, cool.
Yeah, and now maybe he's a weird jungler and he does a super goofy route, but I think 90% plus of the time, like getting that ward there, it tells me where he's going to be.
Yeah, and like once you get higher up, do people usually just change their paths if the enemy knows where they're starting, or is that not a thing?
For sure, but like you've been watching my stream, right? How many times have you seen me play against the same jungler?
Yeah, that's true. It's different.
I'm like in the top 0.5% of the player base right now, and I haven't seen the same jungler ever.
Yeah, okay.
Because there's still like 10,000 of us at that point. I'm getting matched. Like I had a game like yesterday. I was super salty about it. I had a gold 1 player in my team, on my team. I was like diamond 4 of a gold 1 player, a plat 5, plat 2, plat 1. Enemy team had a couple diamond 5s and a bunch of plats. It was really goofy. I don't know if everyone was watching LCS and no one was playing. Q was like 20 minutes long too, so I don't know. But there's like a pretty big skill gap that you could be matched with, you know.
Yep.
So just realize, you're probably not going to see the same player twice. Maybe you do, and if he plays the game exactly the same way and loses again, that's great, but most players will adapt a little, okay?
Yeah, okay, cool.
It's a real Nick PvP, favorite jungler. I like Sejuani, man. She rides a pig. She's really hard to win with. You have to play very well, in my opinion. And I like a challenge, but that's why. I also like Volibear, because he's a bear with armor. So there we go. Uptime, we've been going since 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my friend. And usually when I'm coaching, I ignore you guys. But I like you, the real Nick. I like your name. You're crazy, but I like you. All right, going back to you, though, Fiber. So that's how I know for like the first 7 minutes kind of what he wants to do. And remember, what does he want to do for the first 7 minutes?
Gank.
Gank. So again, just invading, getting that ward. You can like definitely screw up his plan for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of makes sense?
Yep.
Now, let's go back to this. Now, what's your plan? So definitely invade. But if you wanted to get certain lanes fed, which ones and why? And what objectives do you care about? Give me that Cliff Notes thing. Like for them, he's like, I want to end the laning phase by level 6. I want to gank heavy early. I probably want to get bot and mid ahead. Karthus, I have no idea why I have a Karthus top. I'm probably going to ignore him. You know, it's just so we can farm and click R every once in a while.
So for my team, I probably don't want to end the laning phase too early because we're more of like a scaling comp.
Yeah, like when is Twitch the strongest?
6 items.
6 items, level 18. He's like that late game hyper carry, AD carry. You know.
Yeah.
What about Azir? When is he going to be the strongest?
6 items.
Yeah, same kind of thing, right? I mean, he gets some power spikes early, but for sure, 6 items. Mr. Rose 131, thank you for the viral, man. Welcome to the stream. Also, Azir has some other power spikes too. He can definitely fight a lot earlier. Like he gets scary at level 6. You know, when his tower goes down, he can set up his Shurima tower thing, which makes sieging a really good option as well. But I would agree with you. Like if these guys got to farm, that wouldn't be a bad thing. You know?
Yeah. And maybe get Herald on Shen.
Yes, good. I was hoping you would say that. That's actually a really good plan. Why would that be amazing on Shen?
Because he's really strong right now, and Herald will just, I think it'll help us win the game a lot. If we have a Shen with Herald, he can just completely shut down Karthus.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can really do anything against a Shen with Herald. Like you're going to need to bring some friends to take that monster down. Because he's going to be split pushing. He's already tanky, and then the damage reduction. He suddenly has extra damage. Like it's just goofy. And what's Shen going to do anyway? Like what's his plan?
Just farm up, look bot for his ult.
But I mean, like, yeah, everybody's going to farm up, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Probably kill the Karthus, take towers.
I mean, even if he doesn't kill the Karthus, he's just going to hold the Karthus there and make it so the Karthus doesn't do anything. You know, if Karthus tries to ult, he's going to taunt him. You know, and he's tanky enough that he doesn't care about getting hit by a tower once or twice, because Karthus probably can't kill him. But Shen, he's probably going to hold somebody bot so they can't team fight by split pushing. And if they try to force a 5v4, maybe everybody, like if Volibear builds a Righteous Glory and flashes over, like, the Azir wall or something, you know, Shen can always click R and join the fun.
Yep.
So for sure, I think Shen is going to split push, and if you get him that Ripped Herald, that'll be amazing. So I love that you're doing that. Okay, what else? Do you want to be ganking bot a bunch?
Not really.
Why?
Because Ezreal's E is pretty broken.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to catch Ezreal. What about Braum? Is he gonna make it easier or hard for you to kill people?
Very hard.
Yeah, I think this is a tough lane for you to gank. Why? Look at your team. Look at their team.
Soraka, I don't really like Soraka as a support. She can't really set up much for the jungler.
Uh-uh. Like you and Azir are gonna have to do all the setup. Maybe Shin can come too, right?
Yeah.
Soraka's just gonna be there healing. She has a different role. Her role is not the setup. She can follow up if you land a nice ult. She can drop her E on it or silence, right, and it'll be stunned right after.
Yep.
But she's probably not gonna be able to set up any ganks for you bot. Also, stronger weak early.
Weak.
Weak. Stronger weak compared to Braum Ezreal. Who do you think has the stronger lane early?
Israel.
I think so too. And sure, Ezreal's going to build a tier and scale up. Maybe he gets an executioner so he can actually trade with the Soraka lane. But I think you just want these guys to farm. Because, like you said, Strong is level 18. Volibear wants to gank him. If you're ganking down there, what might they do? Like, let's say you're this Orange Jay, and you come down there and you gank. These guys were farming a tower, but now Ezreal eat away. Braum is Wing back to him and, like, stunning you guys. You guys are chasing super far out.
Volibear will just either take my red jungle or gank top.
Yeah, or maybe he can counter gank. Maybe, the Karthus teleports in behind you. I don't know. But, like, you're actually making it riskier for your bot lane. You're, like, taking them away from the safety of farming a tower or something,
Yeah.
And again, it depends how it's playing, but, like, I would just avoid them like the plague until team fight time. Because Volibear is going to be down there. And I think in a 3v3, I don't know if you win this. Like, okay. Volibear, Ezreal, Braum versus you. Do you have a lot of damage early?
No.
Not really. What about Twitch and Soraka? Do they have a lot of damage early?
Nope.
Do they have a lot of CC early? I know you do. You can slow. You got your Q, but compared to the Braum and the Volibear,
no.
I think they win early. So that's why I'm saying avoid that lane. Do you agree? So who do you want to be ganking for?
Azir.
Probably Azir. That'd be nice. Why Azir? Let's walk through this matchup first. Azir and Annie.
Pretty sure he has the exhaust, which actually helps a lot.
Yeah, and Annie probably took Ignite, because every Annie takes Ignite.
Annie's really slow. Her base movement speed is really pretty low compared to other champs. And what else?
Does she have an escape?
No.
Just flash, right?
Yeah, and if her flash is down, I just come back a minute later.
Yeah, exactly. Azir, does he have a lot of damage?
Early game, not really, but I think me and him, we have enough to take her out.
Yeah, I do too. Okay, what about Shin and Karthus? Is that an easy lane for you to gank or hard?
Very easy, in my opinion.
Yeah, also, what does Karthus want to do?
He can't really do much against Shen, so...
Just wants to farm, right?
Yeah, just farm.
Yeah, he's kind of like Twitch. He just wants to sit at tower and farm. So if you're murdering him all day, and he'll probably be pushing the lane if he's trying to, like, farm with his Skittles, unless he has really good mechanics.
Yeah.
So, like, I think you'll be able to get this guy pretty easily. And like we said, Volibear's probably avoiding top lane like the plague. So if you're up there shitting on the Karthus, enemy team might also start raging at him, because is Karthus top meta?
No.
So, a couple reasons. He's very easy to gank if he pushes out a little. He has no escapes except for flash. And again, like you said, you'll just come back in a minute if that happens. And then, you see what I'm saying?
Too. Yeah, so people rage over anything.
And then the psychological component, so people can rage. Oh, that's a weird symbol. Like, I got the chat up, so it's not doing anything. But I guess in the Twitch chat, it's like just putting weird numbers over it. I'll have to ban that after this, so you guys can't do that. That's kind of weird, though.
That's a bug.
No, it's kind of weird. I got, like, this kind of chat thing over here, which I'm just reading. So, like, I don't really see it, but that's interesting.
A weird coding thing.
Yeah, it's like some Illuminati hieroglyphics or something.
Yeah.
I'm just noticing it, though. Weird.
So, I mean, yeah, I think that's what we want to do. All that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Like, okay, so if this is your plan, what do you probably want to do? Remember, you are the orange stuff. Because if we look, it's saying you're on this side of the map. Where do you probably want to start?
I would start blue.
Yeah, I would start blue side too. Blue specifically, or Gromp, or Wolves? What are we doing?
I would go Gromp. I would go actually Gromp blue, then Wolves, even though I usually go Gromp Wolves, then blue.
Why Gromp blue? Why not Gromp Wolves blue?
Then if I wanted to go top, it would be kind of awkward. But
oh, so you're saying if you wanted to go top level 3, you can go Gromp blue, look top, and like, okay, I'm going to go gank top because he's pushed up like a dummy.
Yeah, so if I don't, then just go Gromp Wolves blue and then gank mid or bot.
Yeah, for sure. Now, mid or bot, do we actually want to be ganking there?
Nope. So that's why I think Grump, Blue, Wolves would be the best, and then go top.
You could also do a full clear.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to gank early, like on Sejuani, normally I don't recommend ganking early, but Karth is top if it's pushed up, and it might because he'll be pushing the lane probably and out of mana. Like, yeah, that could work. Gromp, blue, red. And if you know where Volibear started, you also have to think about that. Let's say Volibear started, red.
Okay.
Where did we say he was probably going to go?
Probably chickens and blue.
Yeah,
And either top or my jungle.
so if you do the same kind of thing, do you guys win the 2v2?
No.
Yeah, like I'd be worried about that. So I think it kind of depends where he started. I think that's the right answer. So here, tell me in this situation, where did Volibear start?
In the actual game, where did he start?
Or here, let's just make something up. Where do you want him to start in this scenario? Well, we'll see in the actual game in a second.
Let's say he starts Krugs. He'll be.
Mhm.
Then he'll be bot or mid. So then I get a free gank top.
Yeah, if he starts Krugs because you have that ward down there and you see it from the early invade, yeah, I agree with you. You can do this, gank top for free, he probably won't be there. If he starts red, I would think about it. Maybe I go Gromp Wolves blue and do like a full clear and be there to counter gank versus like initiating the gank. You know what I mean?
Yep.
All right, kind of makes sense.
Yep, that's good.
All right, so do you think you have the battle plan for you? Do you think you have the battle plan for them?
Yep.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. What would be a really good item for Volibear or Ezreal to buy against your team?
MR, like a specific item.
Yeah, there's one item that would make one champion in your team 40% worse.
Oh, Mortal Reminder.
Yeah, Mortal Reminder would be really good.
Or just Executioners and then finish your build and then finish Executioners.
Yeah, if Ezreal's good, he'll come back to lane if Executioner's calling. It's 800 gold, gives him 15 AD, and makes Soraka healing 40% worse, so he can actually win trades in lane. Also, because she'll be healing everybody level 6 onwards, like, it'll just be a really good item to have. And he, like you said, he can just sit on it, finish his core build, then finish Mortal later, whenever people start getting armor.
Yep.
So that'd be really good. Volibear can build it too if Ezreal's like, no, I want to do my blue build, and he can get like a Hydra or something. It's just not as good on him. Do you know why?
Yeah, because he's not really like there to do the damage.
Yeah, he wants to be
really
tanky, so if he's building that item, it doesn't have any tank stats. And he's not going to be hitting as many people with physical damage unless he gets like a cleaver item too. So it'll be tougher for him to proc it than Ezreal.
Annie and Karthus could get Morellos. I think that reduces healing.
That'd be really good. And he could get it too. But Karthus, he clicks R, he hits everyone on your team.
Yeah.
Morellos, it reduces healing below what percent? Do you know?
20?
Close. More.
25, 30.
Keep going.
40.
Less.
35.
35. Okay, when does Executioners reduce healing?
When or how much does it?
Yes, both.
Okay.
So Executioners reduces when you're below 35% health.
Oh, okay. I see. So it reduces healing by 40%.
Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. Morellos reduces when you're below 35% health. When does Executioners reduce?
Oh, when does it?
When does it give the grievous wounds?
I don't think there's a certain health.
Nah, like if you're 100%, it gives you grievous wounds for 3 seconds if it's Executioners, 5 seconds if it's the Mortal Reminder, and then your healing on you is just 40% worse.
Yeah, okay.
And Soraka's kit, right? Her Q heals her if she lands it. Her W heals a champion. Her ult heals everybody. You're making 3/4 of a champion 40% worse. Do you know what the cooldown is on her E, her silence?
It's pretty high, I think, early game.
It's like 20 seconds, It's really big. So if you buy that one item, that 800 gold item, you're making Soraka 40% worse, essentially.
Yeah, okay.
So that'd be a really good item for him to buy. Let's see if he buys it. If he doesn't, he's bad.
Alright, before we start the video, can I take a quick bathroom break? Like
Yeah, sure, man.
1 minute?
I gotta address these hamburgers in chat anyway. This is interesting. We got some new friends.
Alright, I'll be back in like a minute.
Yeah, go for it, man. Then we'll watch the game and actually talk through some real stuff, but
Alright, cool.
go for it. Alright, guys, what's up? Look at this. Look at all these things. So what figure is that? It's this little, like, squiggly thing? That's interesting. I'll have to mess around with that, figure out what that is. I haven't seen that one. That's a creative chat. Oh, it comes out of both. It's like peeing. Weird. I have never seen that before. Thank you to Real Nick PvP. You're showing me something new, man. And welcome to the stream. Alright, so who else is asking questions? Nice penis drawing in the mayo. Stream is hella laggy. Like half the people are lagging, the other half are capping. So that's interesting. Yeah, I think that's it. When do you stream? There's a schedule down below, man. If you can read, you can find out. But I'll tell you, I'm not mean. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday through Thursday. Good day. How do you feel about Rek'Sai jungle? It's still pretty strong, man. It's just you got to be careful about using the tunnels. Like, they didn't do anything to her damage. It's just the mobility that got nerfed a little. But if you're using the tunnels wisely, it's still fine. Thanks, Nova. Right. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, we got some new people who are having some fun with us. All right, you back, Fiber?
Yep.
All right, let's watch. I'm going to let this one play out, okay? I'm probably going to, like, jump around a little, too, just because we can't fast forward. So let's see what you guys do early game.
I think I got pretty pissed at my team this game. I don't think I remember.
This is good that we're watching then, because if we see the Rage Areno happen in the chat, like that'll be something else we can coach to, right?
Yeah.
Gunday Monday, would you invade for wards on any champion? Yeah, unless they're super scary or unless you have a Blitzcrank, because they know you're going to invade, so they might set up a counter invade for you. So maybe you invade the other half of the jungle where you're less likely to catch people. So let's see what he does early.
The screen share is a little bit weird.
Oh, that might be because we're watching a video while streaming video and then screen sharing the video. You know? You guys should just collapse on that. I like that you're pinging your team to come murder him. What's up, Energy Junkie 1?
Yeah, it's like weird. It's like scrolling up and down. I don't know what's going on.
Well, here, let's do this, okay? I'm going to pause at 142.08, okay?
All right. 142.08. I'm going there,
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if they rage the Karthus. And if you can't get it exact, it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm just doing this so you guys can actually see. By the way, here is the game if you guys want to watch along at home. I don't know if it's laggy on the stream. It looks like it's fine for me and what I'm broadcasting, but you never know.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, we're going to go 3, 2, 1, go, okay? Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go! So I don't see any wards. We have no idea where he's starting. I like the aggression to jump in and, like, use your Q and get some damage, but... You know, like I don't think you guys had anybody there. Like, Twitch was a little bit late. Soraka didn't even do anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little rough. You did get the flash. I like that your entire team timed it, so that's good.
Yeah.
So if Annie's flash is down, what are you thinking as a jungler? Let her push mid then. Nice. And your team is being poopy. Okay. But we didn't invade, so do you have any idea where Volibear is starting?
Nope.
Could be
That's
top.
Where I screwed up.
Could be bot. That's something right there, because now you don't know for the first 7 minutes of the game what he's probably doing. And I like that you're waiting to smite. You're doing that because of the Twitch poison?
Yeah.
One thing you do to be a little bit more sure, click the Gromp so that you can see the health bar in the upper left.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you like, if you smited at 391 and then Twitch poison stole it, your early jungle is screwed, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I like that you're kiting these guys around, but one thing that kind of sucks. Here, I'm going to pause real quick at 143.20, okay?
Okay. I paused.
So, let's go back like a little bit. Or actually, nah, I don't. It'll be too hard for us to sync up again. But watch when you're doing the wolves. I like that you're moving in between auto attacks, but are you actually negating any of their damage?
No, I don't think so. Can you kite wolves? Or
you
no?
can.
Oh, okay, I never thought you could do it because they're always like on you, you know? I don't know.
So can you see my screen share kind of still?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what you want to do, let me go to this. All right. So where are you? You're the J. So you're on these wolves, right? What you're doing is you're standing right here, and you're going from here to here. Don't do that, because they're just going to stay in the same place and auto-attack you like they're doing. I'm going to hit play, and you're going to see it. What you want to do is you want to kind of move them this way, back, and forth.
Okay.
So what you do is you'll, like, auto-attack them, move this way. Let them follow, come back into them. Auto-attack, move this way, let them follow, come back into them. When your W's up, you can just stand in the middle of them if you want for your extra DPS, because when you're kiting around, the little guys might not get hit by your W aura. But you're kind of taking them along this path, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. And when you know your damage, depending on where you want to go, like if you want to go bot, you'll start a different way. If you want to go top, you'll start a different way. Because, like, you'll end on the side closest to where you want to go. if that makes any sense.
Oh, okay.
But what you want to do is you want to kite him kind of in a line like this, and just go back and forth. You'll take less damage, okay? So again, watch what you're doing. So I'm at 143.20, somewhere close to there. You ready to go?
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. See how you're just kind of standing in one place and he's not even moving?
Yeah.
Good use of your Q to knock him up before he auto attacks. But if you move back and forth in a line, you'll actually kite. So let's see. Oh, make sure you use your W on the big guy. It does % health damage.
Okay.
Oh, these ones you're moving around a little. I like that you're using the F keys to look. That's good. You're checking to see if she's pushed up because we know her flash is down.
Yep.
You see how you're kind of doing it now, but you're just moving in between auto attacks? That's good to do, but you want him to move a little. So see how he stutter stepped at the end?
Mm-hmm.
If he's not stutter stepping, you're not actually like reducing the damage dealt.
Okay.
So here, while this is playing, I like that you're doing the scuttle to heal. I'm going to write some homework, okay?
Okay.
I want you to play co-op versus AI game
Okay.
with Seju. Practice jungle kiting.
Okay.
And once you get it, like, you can play ranked again. But don't play ranked until you can do this, because you'll have a full health bar here if you can do that.
Okay, cool.
And you should just murder her. I love that Azir is going big. I love that you saved your Q until you could get her for sure. I love that you're using your E here. Oh, how big do you go? I think that's fine.
Yeah, we just got her. Actually, we didn't get anything, but I think I come back.
Yeah, like if she shows her face in lane, that's actually huge, because what's happening while she's not there?
Losing farm and experience.
Farm and experience. So Azir's gonna be level 5 while she's like level 3 or something. Also, you're seeing her right now, right?
Yeah, she gets greedy here, I think, and I think I gank her.
Yeah, I would be looking right now. She has like 300 health, because I know she popped a health potion. Oh, we saw volley.
Yep.
Good use of that, so you can see him coming. And he knows exactly where you are. Oh, she's going to ward. Good. I could have flashed there to set that up. But yeah, I think you guys still get the kill, right?
Yeah.
So if you wanted to make sure that Azir got the kill, you Q and then you flash mid-Q, but I think that's fine.
Okay.
Maybe Q a little bit sooner, just because you know she's blind if she's walking directly into you. But that was fine.
Okay.
See, here you're kind of doing it. Oh, no, you're doing the same motions. Chickens you can't really kite. Those ones I wouldn't do, but the wolves you can, the Krugs you can, Gromp you can't really. Oh, I was like, that's a horrible ward, but then you're recalling, so that's fine. Why are you recalling, by the way?
To get Doran's rings.
All right, I would have cleared your entire jungle.
Okay.
So let's see why you did that.
I think his bot was pushed too, and I wanted to go gank.
Ah.
Might be why. I think I told him I'm gonna get my 2 camps and then gank. I'm not sure.
I like the double Dorans. If you watch the stream, you know why. It is the most gold efficient thing you can buy in Sejuani. You don't have to worry about blue anymore. But these guys, you could totally be, kiting that camp around. So see how they followed you right there? You're doing it. You pulled them. So what you want to do is be moving in that line. You see how they followed you and they weren't auto-attacking? That's what you want.
Oh, okay. I see so do that just with every camp that I can.
Every camp. So Gromp you can't, chickens you can't.
Okay.
Another thing, never start with your Q on a camp.
Okay.
You can always get an auto attack W. If you have the Gromp poison, you want them to auto attack you once. So after that first auto attack, save your Q right before the second one. Then you use Q to bop them up. It'll save you more damage.
Okay.
And I'll send you this video afterwards, so you don't have to take notes or anything, because that's kind of nitty gritty stuff. I like that you're queuing behind them because you don't know where wards are.
Yeah, they usually don't ward try.
That's actually a really nice path. The problem fit is you're seen by the minions and your Q is on cooldown for 9 seconds, right?
Yeah, this is where I should have waited.
Yeah, remember, enemy bot lane can't really set you up. You're fighting in a big, giant thing of minions. Twitch isn't even paying attention to you. Now your Soraka is frontlining for no reason.
Yeah.
This is fine because you force him out of lane, but it's like... never mind, now it's not fine. And now you're stealing farm from your Twitch. And now the Karth is teleported in.
Twitch actually played this really well here.
Yeah, actually.
You got one. I think you got 2 kills.
Oh, you had flash. You could have gotten away, probably.
Watch this. Play this really well.
I like that he waited to move up a little so Karthus couldn't murder him. Oh, there's the teleport. Hi, top lane. Welcome, Shen. Welcome to the game.
Yeah, if he reacted a little faster, that might have been better.
He had freaking 6 too. I want to rewatch that. Okay, we're gonna go back to 146 right when you do the Gromp. I want to see when Shen hits 6. Okay.
Okay, 146 exactly. Okay.
Or you can pause it and I'll tell you when I catch up to you. Tell me where you paused it. That might be better. I'm just rewatching this gank.
I'm at 146. So.
All right. I'm watching. You're like jumping over the dragon pit right now. So Shin is fighting the Volibear right now. He's just derping. It looks like Karthus is backing because he shoved the wave up. Shin is still level 5. Let's see when he hits 6. He's going up there for that farm. Karthus probably starts teleporting right around now in that ward that you bypassed, which it was a good route to get in there. I just probably would have waited for your Q to be back up. Sucks that Soraka walked into an Ezreal Q for no reason there. So Karthus is here. You know, he just walked in there. Shin hasn't hit 6 yet. Let's see when he hits 6. Oh, Karthus is 5 too, so he hits off of these minions dying, or he hits off of you maybe. Yeah, he just hit 6 there. Okay.
Your estimated damage right there too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no worries. Shin hasn't hit 6 yet. He's teleporting now. Okay, he just hit 6 right there. Okay, so it's fine. Good of him to teleport, but I mean, like, if he's about to hit 6, why doesn't he just farm one more minion and ult in, and then he doesn't waste teleport? I don't know, that was weird.
Yeah.
Alright, let's synchronize watches.
Okay. What do you got? 147, 40. Alright, I'm almost there.
Alright, just pause when you get there. I want to talk about that gank. What could have been better? When you get there, by the way. Pause, then we'll talk.
We're in sync now.
Okay, cool.
So I could have, I think that path was good. I should have just waited for my Q to be up, I think, and then just backed up after it failed.
Well, your engage was fine. The decision to go bot, I think, was bad.
Okay.
Remember what we talked about early, what your plan was?
Yeah.
Did the plan involve ganking bot at all?
Nope.
Why did it involve ganking bot?
No setup. Braum and Ezreal are stronger.
No setup. Braum and Ezreal are stronger. What else?
Sejuani early is not the best ganker.
Sejuani early, not the best ganker. She can if you have the damage to follow up, but again, Twitch and Soraka probably not going to have the damage. Braum and Ezreal very slippery. Also, what was the last thing?
We want to funnel gold into Shen and mid.
You do. Also, you
Herald.
want Twitch to farm safely, right?
Yeah, we don't want him to push up. And
We don't want him to be baited into pushing up so that Volibear can counter gank. Granted, you knew Volibear was top because Shin was on him, but you know Karthus just teleported behind you guys, and that's what kind of ruined your day, right?
Yeah.
Soraka just walked into an Ezreal queue in a 3v2 situation. You know, like
Yep.
that was something that should never happen, but it did, right? Because you kind of baited your team into going. Let's actually look at this. Let me go back again. I'm sorry. I know we're at 147.
That's fine.
146.51. Can you see the map right now?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to see, but like your team is here. The wave is right here. Here, let me draw. And the enemy team is right here and right here. Do you see on my screen share?
Yeah.
Is this exactly where they want to be?
My team?
Yeah, your team.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they have a big old thing of minions, too. So there's a couple problems. One, sure, these guys are out of mana. Sure, you probably could have gotten kills on them if your team responded. But remember, no setup, not a lot of damage early. Also, right here, this is exactly where they want to be farming because it's safe. You know, and Twitch wants to get that farm for late game. And it's good that he got a couple kills, but still, this is fine. So if you were going to gank, your first mistake, you came through here, you queued, you put the pink in the try so you know it isn't warded, but minions are coming through here when you're walking around. That gives the team a lot of time to react. That's one thing. Other thing, I think Twitch was farming under tower right there. So he has to choose if he's coming to help you with this gank between helping you out and missing farm.
Okay.
So why is that bad?
Because he doesn't want to. Because like, I took his farm too.
And you took his farm with your W&E, which is a secret Sejuani taxing trick, which is fine, you know, if you guys get the kills, but
Yeah.
you were literally making him worse because he had a bunch of free farm and experience. He's super safe. This is right where he wants to be. He's controlling the lane very well. Also, I think you wanted to be pressuring top and mid because we said that earlier for the reasons, right? We want Twitch to be farming right here. This is the ideal situation, and you coming in here kind of ruined it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So watch this, like, in here. Just save it on yours. But look where the lane is right now. You're seen right here. He's farming. It's frozen so perfectly. Like, he's not even coming to you. He's finishing farming right now, right? Because he's like, what's this idiot doing? And you're fighting in that big group of minions, which is why you're taking a bunch of extra damage. Look at all these guys hitting you. And now you push the lane up. Now Soraka just runs in there and takes a Q for no reason. Oh, you just took all his farm, which is fine. Like, you want to do that after the gank for sure, but... Oh, man. And yeah, this is
top
fine,
has
but
to-
you want to flash away. One of the reasons his Q is doing more damage is if you're next to minions or you're next to your teammates, the Q does less damage. If you're alone, it does more. It's weird.
Okay.
Shin was a little late for the teleport, but I think the gank here is just bad.
Yeah. Plus the Azir lost farm too.
Yep. Remember, you guys had just killed the Annie. He was ahead. Now he has to come bot and try to clean stuff up. While that's happening, Annie is about to hit her power spike. So it's like,
Yep.
and you don't know where Volibear is. He's probably in your red jungle if he's not bad. Bunch of things going wrong, right?
Yep.
So here, I'm at 3... Actually, where am I at? I'm at 1 hour, 48 minutes, and 3 seconds.
All right, I'm almost there. I'll tell you when I'm there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool. So for sure, man. What should you be doing now? So we already kind of screwed up our early game plan, and I know this is like hindsight 2020 stuff because I don't think you had that plan when you played this game. But what should the plan be now? We see Volibear top, Annie's mid. It looks like she's about even with the Azir. He has an extra kill. Bot lane, you just got Twitch fed, so he's probably good, even though you guys like died. His lane is pushed up. What should your plan be?
Right now probably clear my top jungle and then try to get Herald on Shen.
Yeah, it could be good. If you wanted to clear your top jungle and get Herald on Shin, what would be the right way to probably do it?
Probably Krugs, Red, then Raptor Chickens, and then go to Herald, or would we go right to Herald because he's in base?
I would do something else, actually. If Volibear is right here, remember, Karthus can just click R and then damage you guys, right? Regardless of where you are. So Herald's a little bit risky into that. But because Shin's in base, you could do something and Q, like you could Q over the wall and Shin could ult to you or something, but you know, risky, and you're behind a little, right? If you look, you're level 5 while everybody else is not. Like, everybody else is 6 and stuff.
I think I farm here, actually.
Farming is good. That's what I would want to do. Now, so my question to you is, do you want to farm from red side and work your way down? Do you want to farm from red side and work your way to Herald and top? Do you want to farm from blue side and work your way up? What's the plan?
Red side, because all 3 camps are up.
Are you sure?
No, because if I want to focus mid and top, I'd probably go bot and then
work your way up. At the same time, your Krugs in red were level 2 when we followed too, so it's a bunch of stuff going on there. Like I think you should have finished your red clear before going bot too, because red buff gives you extra damage early as well. So you're doing a bunch of really goofy clears.
Okay.
So another mistake I'm seeing. Remember, you did like this, and then you recalled to go bot, and I think you had a nice gank on mid too, something like that, right in there.
Yeah.
So I think you did this. You did like scuttle, then you did chickens, and you backed, and you were full health, and red and Krugs were still up in level 2. I think you finish these, and then you go bot.
Oh, okay.
Because you're costing yourself gold. Also, that'll give you an extra level. Also, you have red buff for the extra true damage bot. Like, if you're going to go bot, I think you do that. Another thing you could do is you do that, and then instead of going bot, you know, Gromp is back up, Wolves are back up. You can just go here and stick with your plan of moving from this side to this side and then getting top and mid ahead.
Okay.
You feel me? Because another thing, if you get Shen nice and fed, will that help bot lane?
Oh yeah, with his ult and TP.
Mm-hmm. So, like, you're helping bot even though you're not ganking for them by ganking for top. Mid, like, if you can get a Azir fed, you can argue you're helping bot by making it so Annie can't roam. But, you know, Shin can literally click a button and be bot lane, and Karthus has no way to stop him. So it's like that's an easier sell for me. But do you kind of see the mistake in your clear?
Yeah.
What you want to do is you want to figure out what half of the map you want to be on. If it's this half, start on this side of the jungle, work your way this way. If it's the other side, you know, if you want to be bot or down here, or if Dragon's up, or if you want to contest Herald, same kind of thing, start up here, work your way down. And this is going to start you up in this weird circle path where you go here, you do this, you base, you come back. And if the enemy jungler figures it out, like, and again, I don't think people in gold are going to be tracking your movements and stuff like this, but if he figures it out, you can always go mid and then, like, do some weird clear path. Like, maybe you do Wolves, Gromp, gank bot, you know, and then you back. And then you do, like, Krugs, chickens, you know, Wolves, Gromp, and then you, like fix it. You fix your clear. You know, or you do the opposite of that. Or you do something completely unexpected. Like, you see Volibear bot, you go and take his blue jungle. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
But generally, you figure out where you want to go, and you start on the opposite side of the map and work towards it, because you're farming while you do this. And remember, on Sejuani, you want to get to that level 6 power spike. And every time your ult's up, you want to make a difference. You want to hit someone with it and murder him, and then take an objective. And then while your ult's on cooldown, you want to farm. And you want to farm from like the direction farthest away from where you want to go, because by the time you're done farming, your ult will be back up.
Okay.
Cool?
Yep.
Nuachan asking, should you do red camps then scout for volley? I don't know. Like, what are you going to do if you find the Volibear? Because if you do the red camps, you're like level 4, maybe level 5. Like, he's probably level 4, level 5 too. Like, do you win that fight 1v1? I don't know, Nuachan. I think, like, what ends up happening is he just murders you. But maybe, yeah. But and also, if you got those early wards, still, it's like the first 7 minutes of the game, you know about what half of the map he's on. And it looks like since he was up here, because remember, we saw him when he was clearing the scuttle, he probably did this. You know, he did like Krug's red was going up there. Here, let me ask you this. Fiber, if you wanted to know for sure, let's say you see him when you do the scuttle, and he's like level 3. How do you know what camps he did?
I can click on him.
You can click on him. What information does that give you?
If he has Gromp poison.
If he has Gromp poison, what else does it give you?
Blue buff.
Blue buff, red buff timers. You can tell which buff he started by which one has more of the cooldown missing. What else can you do to find extra information?
Look at his early aim. I can look at his CS.
Yeah, what does the CS tell you? Let's say he had double buff and he had 8 CS. What was his route? And he's level 3.
Red, blue, Gromp scuttle.
Maybe, but you just took the scuttle. That could be it. Let's say red buff has more time missing. What do you think his route is if he has 8 CS and you just took the scuttle?
Red chickens.
Well, here, let's say he did red chickens. What's the CS?
That's 7, so.
7. Okay, what is this?
Oh, red. That's 3. Oh, that's way more than 7. That's 10.
That's 10.
Okay.
So he didn't do chickens. What did he do? He has double buff, so we know he did this and this. We know that red has a longer cooldown,
Gromp,
so he started here. You think he did Gromp? 1, 2, 3.
I can click on him too.
Ah, yeah, for sure.
Gromp.
So did I say 7? If he had 7, yeah, he definitely did this. You could tell if he did that. What if he had 8? I thought that's what I said, 8, but I apologize if I said 7.
He has double buffs.
Yep, he has double buffs, so you know he started here. Like, the common thing you see is he's level 3 with double buffs and some number of CS, right? Mm-hmm. So the way to think about it, look at this. Gromp, how many minions in the Gromp camp?
1.
1. How many minions in the Wolf camp?
3.
3. How many minions in the Chicken camp?
4.
How many minions in the Krug camp?
2.
And you can see if Scuttle is up or down, right?
Yep.
So these ones both have 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a horrible 3, so bear with my horrible 3 there. So 3 plus 3 is what?
6.
Okay, so let's say he has 10 farm. He's level 3. You don't. Both Scuttles are up.
He took the chickens with the 2 buffs.
Yep, he took the chickens and the 2 buffs. How do you know what buff he started?
Whichever one has less time is the one he started.
Yeah, exactly. Less time remaining, right?
Yeah, less time remaining.
All right, let's say he had 8 CS. How do you know? In one sec, I'm getting some delightful things. Let's do this. I haven't used this guy in a while.
In chat.
Yep. Welcome, new viewers. Welcome, children. All right. The Nazis coming to town, friends. The Nazis coming. I'm so sorry.
Rest in peace, energy junkie.
Rest in peace. He's now
on my friends list. I know him.
Oh, nice.
He's trolling.
All right, he should be here. There he is. He's in there. Sorry to do this, fam.
I think that's just a Mario driving a car.
Yeah, actually, maybe it is a Mario driving a car. That's what it kind of looks like, right?
But.
Oh, man. All right, let's go back to this, though. But you see what I'm getting at? Like, you can tell exactly where he's been, right?
Yeah.
So let's say, again, let's just go through all the freaking things. Let's say he has 9 CS. What do you do?
2 buffs and then Grump. Or wait, 9 CS. I'm wrong. He did Wolves.
Yeah, okay, let's say he has 7 CS.
He did Grump.
Yeah, because he's level 3, right? So if he did one of the scuttles, he'd be level 2 still. He'd be like level 2.5, stuff like that, right?
Mm.
Yeah, for sure. JFU TV, we're coaching a gold player. Our friend Fiber Television, actually, right now. We're telling him how to track the enemy jungler right now by counting his CS. So again, if he has double buff, you know he did both buffs, because if he has double buff, that's 2 buffs, 1 for each buff. You can tell which one he started because the one of the more of the cooldown gone. Obviously, he's had it longer because it's gone. You know, he did that one first. And then from the remaining CS, because we're like, okay, double buff, that's 6 CS. If he only has like X minus 6 will give you the other camp he did. Because if he's level 3, that's how many camps he did. Let's say next level shit. Yeah, he didn't do any of the scuttles, right? Let's say that he's still level 3. He has double buff, but he has 10 CS. What do you do?
And he didn't do chickens?
I don't know. He didn't do any of the scuttles.
Oh, so then chickens.
But maybe.
Wait, no, he has 10 CS, right?
He has 10 CS. What if... Let's say it's 3 minutes. Probably chickens. Let's say it's 4 minutes and he has 10 CS. I'm just trying to mess with you. I'm trying to show you how this could be wrong.
Wolves and Grump, I would
Yeah,
say.
he could do red, blue, wolves, and gromp, something like that. Maybe red, wolves, blue, gromp, something like that. He could also do you know, Krugs, red, this. How can we make that to 6? Maybe he does this, and then wolves as well, you know. Oh, no, that'd be 11. But yeah, do you see how it can kind of get messed up depending on like what time in the game it is?
Yeah.
So it's more useful. Like if he's level 3, you know he only did 3 camps. If he has buffs, you know what buffs he did. So that's easy. Let's say he only had red buff. And let's say he had... Yeah, this is kind of hard, actually. 9 CS. What do you think he did?
No scuttles.
No scuttles. And you'll know if he did scuttle because you'll walk past the scuttle and see it, right?
Yeah.
And also,
blue,
like, you can tell, like, let's say he has 9 CS, but he's level 2, right? You know, that's weird. How do you do that? I don't even know if he can do that. He'd have to do, like, some of the little ones on like, chickens and scuttle or something. Like, it'd be weird.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to take small ones and then go to the next game.
Yeah, that's just weird. That's like some new shit. Like, he wouldn't be doing that, you know? So assume that 90% of the time, if you're like, okay, he has red buff, so he did red buff. That's 3, you know, and then he did 4 and 3. He's level 3 with only red buff, you know, so 3 plus 3 plus 4, that's 10, right?
Yeah.
So you can kind of figure out what's left by what buffs does he have. You can also click him and see what camps he's smited. There's stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't seen you do any of that, but I mean, people don't even do that in Diamond, so...
Okay.
Like, that's a thing you could do, and then you know exactly what half of the map he's been to, what parts of the map he's been to. You also know, like, if he's topside and he has a certain CS level. Like, let's say he's level 3. Again, he has double buff, and he only has 7 CS. What camps are up? Tell me that. Here, that might be a different kind of math question.
Wolves are up.
Wolves
Chickens
are up. Chickens are up. What else is up?
Krugs.
Krugs. So if he's on the top side of the map, you know, what could you be doing? Like, let's say he failed a gank against your Shen.
Take those.
Yeah, you could take, probably not the wolves because there's only 1 camp in here, but you could take this, and you can go gank bot. You know, you're setting him behind and you're ganking. I mean, that'd be a thing. You know he's not bot. One of the reasons we were staying away from bot is we were worried about a counter gank, so that's something we could do. Make sense?
Yep.
All right, but little things like that you can do. I haven't seen you do that. I didn't see you, like, check for his CS after you saw him. I didn't see you click him, so that's why I'm pointing it out, okay?
Okay.
All right. So the plan we said right now, we were thinking we probably wanted to start on the bottom side of the map and work our way top so we can get Shen that Herald. At the same time, we're seeing Volibear top. If you start at the top side, which way is he probably going to work? And which way are you probably going to work?
He's going to work bot.
Yeah, he's going to work top to bot. You're going to probably work top to bot. Do you guys want to fight that 3v3 bot?
No.
I don't know. Maybe. Twitch is fed, but I would say no. I don't think you do that until you guys have your ults and things. Also, they want a team fight too, so you're kind of making that happen. You could argue Shin ults in and saves the day, but what can Karthus do?
Just hit R.
Yeah, you can hit R and keep farming top too. So maybe. And Volibear has so much freaking health, and none of you guys have items to counter it yet. So I don't know. I don't think that's the best idea. I think I would want to start this side and force my way top. Who has the global ultimate on their team? We just said it. I'm just reiterating.
Karthus.
Karthus. Have you ever heard the term gank the global?
No, I have not.
All right. So what gank the global means is you gank the guy with the global ult.
Okay.
So what are some examples of global ults? Karthus ult, right?
Shen, TF.
Shen,
Karthus.
TF, Nocturne, Pantheon maybe, things like that. There are semi-globals too, like Ezreal and Ashe, but those are harder to land from far away. Karthus, he literally just clicks R and it hits everybody on the map, right?
Yep.
So if you want to make it so, let's say it's a Twisted Fate, just to make the analogy easier. Let's say Twisted Fate is mid. He's up against something with shitty wave clear, like a Fizz, and all he's doing is he's shoving the Fizz in and roaming. If you wanted to shut him down, would you be ganking like top or bot to get them fed? Like, what would you be doing? What's your plan?
I would gank him.
Yeah, why? Because we just said gank the global. Yeah, sure, but I mean, why is that a good idea?
I want him to roam and kill my other lanes.
Yeah, if he's dead, where's he going to be using his ult?
Gets a lane.
What's that? Maybe to get to lane, sure, because he's going to be missing farm. But also, like, if he's dead, can he even use his ult?
Nope.
If you're ganking his lane, can he come and counter gank your gank on his lane?
Nope.
Nope. So do you see why gank the global kind of makes sense?
Yeah.
So Karthus, let's say you gank bot. What can Karthus do to help out bot?
Hit R.
Hit R. Let's say you gank top. What can Karthus do to help out top?
Nothing really.
I mean, he can hit R maybe after you kill him, but let's say he tries to click R while you're killing him. What can you or Shen do?
Just knock him up.
Knock him up with Q. You can ult him if you're 6. Shen can E him with his taunt, right? So there's a bunch of stuff you can do there.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Nightbot must be slacking, man. We got the spam Marino in here. Where is he? Did he come in? No, he's in here. Let's see if he is nice to nick the real PvP or whatever, man. The real
Only does
PvP.
links, I think.
What's up?
Nightbot only does links.
Nah, you can have him programmed to be mean to spam too. I just know they changed him. I might have to tweak him a little if we're gonna have a bunch of spam because I like to read the questions. But that's fine. I do like the French fries as well, although it's making me hungry. But okay, does that kind of make sense? That's another reason you probably don't want to be going bot. Now, on your team, do you have any globals?
No. Or Shen.
You have 2.
Shen and Soraka, yeah.
Yeah, so if you gank top, what can Soraka do to help you?
You can use her ult if we're about to die.
Yeah, if you're about to die, if Karthus is about to ult or something, sure. So you can always do that. If you're bot, she can do it too, I guess. But if you do that and murder the Karthus, you make it so he can't ult, and Volibear's ganking bot, what can the Shen then do?
It's ult.
Yeah. And I don't know, did Volibear want to be ganking the Shen all day?
No. Not at all.
So if you pull him top, you're helping your team farm. You're also making it so Shen can get away and maybe ult bot and make a difference. So there's a bunch of weird things you can do this game, and I think it all starts from ganking that Karthus and making it so he can't do things, especially if he's going to be teleporting bot, right?
Yeah.
Are you following my line of thought? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you want to argue about it? You want to fight? What do you want to do, man?
I agree with you on this one.
But do you see the logic behind it?
Yeah.
So
definitely.
So when you're choosing who to gank, be like, okay, do they have any global things? Am I up against a Twisted Fate? Am I up against a Karthus? Is there a Nocturne mid for some reason? Pantheon. All these freaking champions of global ultimates. Gank that lane because they can't use their global ultimate on their own lane. It's really hard for them to do that.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep.
All right, so it looks like you're not doing that. I'm going to play the game. I'm at 148.03. Let me know when you're ready to follow along, okay?
Ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go! So you're coming up here, you're doing your Krugs, that's good. It looks like these guys are still level 2. Yep, they're still level 2 because you haven't cleared them. Not sure if your red is still up. Let's see. Remember, you haven't done that yet. It's 7 minutes into the game. Your red would normally be respawning at this point, but nope, it's still level 2. This guy you can kite, but since it's so weak because you just haven't cleared it, this is rough. But another reason you want to be clearing these camps is because they don't give as much experience if they're lower level than you.
Yeah.
So leaving this up for like 7 minutes is rough, man. Especially because that's such a strong buff early. But alright, you hit 6. You're doing one more camp. I like this. I like your build so far, too. I think this is fine. So you're seeing the gank here. I like that you're waiting to see if you need to like jump in there and counter. That was really good that you had the awareness to do that. That's solid. One thing you could have done is maybe smited the... Oh, damn. Good Soraka heal. Smited the chicken so you know if this is warded or not.
Mm-hmm.
I like that you're going in here. I don't like that you showed. I don't like that Annie has stun. Maybe you wait for that. Oh man, that scuttle's so elusive. That happens to me sometimes.
Yeah.
Smite there is fine, but you don't know Volibear's in that bush or not. So one thing you could have done is ward over if you're going to do that, just be safe. But again, he was a little low when he left. All right, so you're working towards bot. Do you see how that worked? You started top side, and now you're slowly working your way bot.
Yeah, that's where I messed up. I should have went bot.
Yeah, I think you.
Worked up.
I think you should have started on the bot side like Gromp and worked your way top. Also, you could have fed Azir blue there. He's doing a pretty good job with mana, but you know if he has mana, he can spam his soldiers more, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know if I give it to him or not. I usually don't like giving over blues.
Well, one of the reasons you're building those Doran's rings, like look, he wants it.
Yeah, I think I do give it to him just because.
Like if you're gonna be taking blue, you only need one Doran's ring. Oh no! You tried to give it, but he wasn't good enough to last hit, so that's sad. But if you go the double Dorans, like the whole point of doing that is so you can get blue up. You really only need one if you're taking blue buff because you'll just have that infinite mana regen.
I like the AP on the Dorns too early.
Yeah, it's nice. All right, we're gonna talk about what just happened. Good gank, could have been better.
Okay.
I'm gonna pause at 150.30. Okay.
Okay.
All right, break down what just happened for me. You can rewatch it on your end if you want. But why do I not like this as much? Karthus was still top.
Volibear was bot side.
Nope. I'm talking purely mechanically.
Oh,
Usually I'm a decision-making stream and I'm a decision-making coach, but your mechanics made me cry a little there. I want to fix it. I want to make you a better Sejuani player, okay?
Didn't animation cancel the ult?
That was one thing. It was sloppy. So here, let's actually rewatch just so you can see everything. This is normally where I'd watch in like super slow-mo on YouTube, but this is fine. Okay. So let's go from here. I'm going at 150. It looks like 150.11, 150.10.
Okay.
I like that you're pinging. You're on your way. You see Volibear down there, so that's good. You see him walk away, which is amazing too. So right here at 150.20. I hate that wall that you jumped over. Why? That's the first thing.
I could have walked around maybe.
You jumped over this wall.
Mm-hmm.
Enemy team is here and here. If they're good, what are they going to do? Are they going to walk into you and keep fighting like they did?
No.
No, what are they going to do if they're not idiots?
Walk away.
They're going to walk away. Can you catch them if they do that?
No.
No, because what's going to happen, Ezreal's going to Essence Flux away, Braum is going to W to him, he's going to shield if you try to catch with your ult. Make sense?
Yeah.
Another reason, let's say Braum shields. Who is over here with you?
Just Twitch.
Twitch. What will he also be blocking?
Twitch autos.
Twitch autos, Twitch ult, which like usually goes through stuff, but Braum's Unbreakable blocks that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of reasons I hate this. One is you're putting yourself like farther behind them. What would have been a better wall to walk through? And remember, we just saw Volibear walk this way from here to here. He's over here somewhere.
River.
Yeah, river. Why is this a better wall? Remember, the enemy team is like up here at this point somewhere.
I can cut him off.
Yeah, look at the distance you need to go. You need to get to this point, right? Because if they're good, they're going to walk away. They're not just going to walk into you and die like baddies. If you walk this way, you have to walk this far to get to that point. Which one of these lines is longer?
The river one.
Are you sure?
I can't. One sec. The screen shares.
Oh, the screen share is shitty?
A.
Here,
Yeah, are you showing me something on Rift?
I am showing you something on the screen share. Here, I reshared, okay? Skype is pooping itself. Pretty good. 2-hour stream only died once. Not bad.
One in river.
Yeah, the one in river is shorter, right?
Yep.
See it?
Yep.
Like literally, it's like this much shorter.
Yeah.
Like you're giving yourself extra distance to close. If you do this, I don't think you need to flash.
Okay.
Now, and the flash was bad, but you know why it's bad, right?
Yeah.
You want to ult first and then flash to cancel the ult animation. It'll make it so maybe Braum doesn't have the reaction time to get his shield up. So another thing, let's say Twitch is, using his abilities. I wasn't really watching. I don't know if he ulted already. We can look back and see if his ult is up. Looks like he just used it, right? He was auto-attacking during that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say he is auto-attacking from this direction. What is Braum going to do if he has a brain?
Just shield.
He's going to shield. So if he shields this way, where's he blocking stuff from?
Away from Ezreal.
Well, away from Ezreal, sure, but it's going to be stuff coming from this direction.
Yeah, okay.
So if you go this way, what else can he block at the same time?
Oh, I see what you're saying. He can block my ult, but if I go around...
But if you go around, he has to choose between blocking your ult or blocking Twitch.
Okay.
He can only block one. He can't block both. But if you go that way, he can block both, maybe. You know? Because it blocks the initial big spell, and then it does, like, I think, reduce damage or something. I haven't looked at Braum in a while. I was maining him when I was doing support, but here, let's see what it does, just so I can show you.
Okay.
But I thought you take reduced damage to stuff beneath it. So let's just look on the screen share so I don't tell you the wrong thing. Braum raises his shield in the target direction, creating a barrier that intercepts incoming non-turret enemy projectiles and reduces the damage he takes through the shield.
Okay.
The first instance of damage blocked by his shield is negated completely, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he can block your ult for sure, and he's also reducing the damage. And look at this damage reduction.
Yeah.
That's not nothing, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is if you come from here, he only has to shield from one direction. It's a lot easier for him to make that choice. What direction is it?
Probably my ult.
Probably your ult, and at the same time, he's blocking Twitch's ult.
Yeah.
So if you go this way, and then come in, and then ult, because that's probably what you want to do, and they're going to be running this way if they're good, remember. They're not just going to run into you and die like they did for no reason. You know,
Yep.
like, what direction is Braum going to shield?
Twitch, because he doesn't see me.
Maybe he doesn't see you, but maybe this is warded too. I don't know. Or maybe like
safe shield.
maybe he already shielded and you know it's on cooldown. Still, that's fine, you know, but maybe the shield isn't up yet. I don't know. I don't think you knew either, right?
Yeah.
So he can choose to shield your ult. If he does that, what is Twitch doing?
Auto attacking them to death.
Yeah, with his ult, right? He's doing 30% more damage because otherwise this would be reducing the damage by 30%.
Yeah.
So let's say he doesn't do that. Let's say he uses his shield to block the Twitch ult. What do you now get?
Free 2-man ult.
Free 2-man ult for free. He doesn't even block it. It's great. And then you get to get the kills or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the first thing. I hate this jump over the wall. And the reason is you're making it very easy for Braum to be like, oh, I'm just going to shield all of them at once. If you do it this way, he has to choose between, you know, positioning this way and blocking your stuff with his shield, or positioning this way and, you know, blocking the Twitch who's murdering Ezreal right now.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yep.
So that's the second reason. First reason was, you know, you have longer distance to travel to get to this point where you're going to murder them. Second reason is, you know, you're making it easy on Braum to, like, negate all your damage. Make sense?
Yep.
All right, cool. Third mistake. Let's watch that ugly flash ult again. And I'm calling it ugly, not to be mean to you, because I want you to see why it's ugly.
Pretty ugly.
So break it down for the stream. What could be better about this? And again, good gank. You got him. I'm just telling you, this could be better, because against better players. And look, his shield is down. So maybe you saw that, and that's why you're like, this is free. So that's solid.
Yeah.
What could have been better about that flash ult, though?
Animation cancel, so alt, then flash, like, right after.
Yeah, like immediately after. It'll make the alt animation a lot smoother. It'll make the alt faster. It'll also make the alt go from the end of your thing. It'll make it less reaction time for them. Really good that you shoved the wave. Really good that you're taking this tower.
Yeah.
I would give all that to Twitch if you can, although it's solo queues, and I always tell people just to take as much as possible, but...
Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't bite you. Soraka saved your ass. That's beautiful.
Yep.
All right, finish taking the tower. Good. Oh no, Twitch poison. Volibear stood next to the tower. That's why it started targeting him. Oh, someone needs that gold?
Yeah.
All right, that's good, though. You guys got the first tower gold, the first submit bonus. That's awesome. 400 extra gold if you take the first tower. So good stuff, man. Nice gank. Just could have been a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because maybe Braum saves his shield. Maybe he blocks that. Maybe he flashes and follows the Ezreal E with his W. You know, they get away scot-free. I don't know. Maybe better players outplay you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm at 151.40. You just backed. This will be actually a good time to look, because we can look at the map, figure out what our next move is.
Yeah, 150, 140.
Yep, 42, actually, something like that.
All synced up.
All synced up. Let's go. And sorry, I just went.
Oh, it's fine. I saw it.
All right, cool. So what's your plan right now? Looks like you're starting top, working your way bot again.
Yep.
Is there anything to take bot?
Dragon's up.
Dragon? Do you care about dragon?
I actually kind of like it because it helps me clear faster.
I like it too. It's not bad.
It's not that important. It's not as important as Herald on Shen.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably go for the Rift Herald. So if you know Shin's probably about to back, you know, maybe you again start bottom side. Again, that's where that dragon is too. So maybe they try to sneak it right now, which is I think what they're doing. Because we saw bot side kind of like show up mid-ish and then walk back. They're probably on the dragon. I think your team has figured it out too. So if you're starting bot side, you know, you can go there and like do the dragon. That's one thing. If they're doing it, you can contest it. And also, since you're trying to go up to that Rift Herald anyway, it's another thing you can do.
CDR boots on Seju, are those fine? I just wanted to...
Yeah, CDR boots are fine. More flashes.
Okay.
The way to decide, here, you tabbed. How much CC do they have?
Not too much, but not. It's like a good amount. You have the Annie and then the Braum passive and...
Yeah, Braum passive is a stun, Annie is a stun, Volibear has slows. You know, if you get like Merc Treads or something, it reduces the duration of slows. Karthus Wall, Ezreal's going blue build, it looks like. Although if he goes Triforce, he won't have the slow. So it depends what item he actually builds. But with the armor, he's probably going the blue build to slow you guys down.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a little bit of CC, but not a lot. And if Annie's blowing her stun on you, who's she not blowing it on?
Twitch.
Twitch, who's doing damage, or Zir, who's doing damage, or Soraka, who's healing back up all the Annie bursts she just did on you, you know? So I think that's fine. I think CDR boots is fine in this situation. Okay. Let's say they have Nightmare CC. All of it is hard CC. Every last bit of it.
Mercury Treads.
Let's say they have a bunch of auto attackers like Master Yi, Fiora, you know, like Caitlyn, a Jinx.
Ninja Tabby.
Ninja Tabby, yeah. So that's kind of the thought process you want to go to. If they don't have any of that, sure, get some extra CDR, get more flashes. Okay. What do you do against a Malzahar or Gragas jungle, someone's asking. What do you think you would do, man, if you're playing Sejuani into Malzahar?
You beat him, I think.
Beat him, sure. I would group up with your team because you need somebody to break his initial spell shield for you. I might actually get Chilling Smite, too. Just because Malzahar has that goofy passive. That's like the one time I'd recommend Chilling Smite, where he blocks all your CC. But if you do Chilling Smite, it gets rid of that passive, and then you can just ult him, Q him, WE, something like that. Banshee's Veil would be a good item. You could also just be healthy enough that his burst can't kill you, and then just kill him after he ults. That's another thing. Warmox would be a good item. If he gets you low, you can just murder him and then back up. You're back to full health in 30 seconds. What about Gragas? What would you do there, man? I like your answer. Just kill the Malzahar. Yeah, sure, that works.
Against Gragas, I don't think he can kill me at all.
He can't kill you. You can't kill him. Actually, it's weird. It's a weird matchup.
Even with Liandry's.
Even with Liandry's, just because you're probably going full tank after that. Like if you're picking Sejuani, like you need to be tanky because your kit's gonna make you jump in. The Liandry's will burn him down, but if he's going 40% cooldown reduction, which Gragas should. His passive is going to be healing him for quite a bit of health, and he's going to have Spirit Visage. And Liandry's is really good for softening people up, but he'll sit at around 25% health, and he'll never get lower than that.
Yeah.
Does that kind of make sense?
Yep.
So you won't be able to kill him, he won't be able to kill you, and what I mean by that is, like, eventually, like, over a minute, he might whittle you down and murder you. But, like, by then, you can just, like, walk away. So against him, it's kind of like a stalemate until your team's around. So he jumps in, ults, tries to like pick your carries out. When that happens, you ult their team, and then just peel. Your carries come back from the ult, regroup, and then you murder them. That's how I would handle that anyway. Because Lee Sin, I can't kill them ever. That's too bad, man. Lee Sin's designed to murder those guys. Gragas a little tanky for Lee Sin. Malzahar, he can block your damage. So, I don't know. Lee Sin probably not the best pick into him. All right, make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, I can talk about that later, to real Nick. I want to finish my coaching lesson, though. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah.
So I don't like the decision to go from the top bot, again, because I think you want to get that Shen nice and fed. Also, there's no towers bot to murder. Also, like
Yeah.
you're ganking the one lane that can block your ult, so it's like a bunch of little things that are kind of bad. Make sense?
Yeah.
Also, they just all walked through here. So where do you think? Do you think they know you're there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably on a ward right now because we just saw them walk through here. So if you try to do a dragon call right now, I think this is super risky. Oh, there it is. Oh, look, Volibear's there. I wonder why he's there. Fed Twitch is just jumping on him, which is awesome. So I like that you're pulling it out of the pit. Why are you pulling out of the pit, though?
I don't want Braum to Q or Twitch to Q, or I mean Ezreal to Q or anything.
Okay. Not the Volibear, though, right?
No, Volibear can't dash over the wall.
All right, good. Just want to make sure you did that. Because some junglers can jump over. Like Gragas, he can jump over. Kindred, she can jump over. Stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Volibear, not so much. So it makes kind of sense. Oh, poor Shen. I like that you're going up there. You're low health, though. I don't know if you want to dive that Karthus, because he'll murder you. Ah, oh, just missed it. Sad day. Probably here, just because you're a little bit lower and you just got that dragon. Just farm your red jungle, and then come and murder it. I like that you're pushing this up, though. Yeah, he got nothing off of that. So just go farm your red jungle. I see that your ult is up. I see that your team wants to fight. If you had been farming your red jungle now, you actually would have gotten some extra CS and stuff. Sure, you stole Shen's, but I mean, I don't feel like you're accomplishing anything.
Yeah. Just...
Like, if we count the time it took you to run from top all the way back down to bot, like, you could have been farming your entire red jungle, your entire blue jungle, and then not stealing this bot CS from Twitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
So wasting a lot of time, too. Like, if you're gonna go this route, make sure you're farming as you go. And your ult is up, but if there's nothing for you to ult, and I think that's why you ran there, you were looking to fight, but you're, like, a third to half health against a team that kind of wants to team fight. Like, just farm up. If you get red buff when you're running around, it'll at least heal you up, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, New Chen. It's pretty much a sumo fight. You're both just bumping into each other. No one's really killing anybody. That's another thing. Like you were wasting a lot of time not farming. So now that it's time to farm, now your team actually needs you. You're like low health. It's like,
Yeah.
could have been more efficient. Do you see it though?
Yep.
So far, and I like that you sold the one Doran's ring, and I like that you're waiting the 10 gold for this. This will be a big power spike for you.
Yeah.
Now you can fight the Volibear and win 1v1, which is good. So Stream, notice he's not finishing his jungle item. That's because Cinderhulk is not a good first item on any tank. The reason being it is not gold efficient until you get at least 1,000 health, 1,000 bonus health. So our friend here, what he's doing is, notice he's farming down here and he has this 280 above his abilities. That's the bonus health he's gotten from Strength of the Ages. So now it's 290. So he's going to get 300 health from that. Leandres gives him another 300 health. Then when he finishes the Cinderhulk, that gives 400 health. If you add all those up, that's 1,000 bonus health. So Leandres is really a good first item of Sejuani for damage and being relevant at all points during the game. Cinderhulk is a good second item once you have Strength of the Ages stacked. If you're taking Thunderlords or something goofy, you want to get a third item. So this guy should just be dead, right?
Yeah.
I like that you just kind of... Now, you could have been doing that literally the entire game.
Yeah, that's where I messed up this game.
Like, do you see how easy that was? You didn't even have to ult, right?
Yeah.
Like just
have flash.
Kill him. Oh, and he has a Morella Nomicon because he actually had time to farm. Like, if you had been killing him the entire game, he doesn't do that, you know?
Yeah.
So right now, top laner's dead. Ezreal's at his bot tower. You saw Annie and Braum mid. What would have been an amazing objective to take right now? Herald. You see it, though, right?
Yep.
Because you can give it to Shen.
Yeah, where's this random health coming from? Is this from red buff?
Yeah, red buff heals you when you're out of combat.
Okay.
Seawish, I think you're wrong, actually. Here, time out. I'm going to pause. I'm at 157.40. You actually get bonus health from Cinderhulk. Here, so check this out. And if I'm wrong, tell me, because I don't like being wrong. I'd like to be right. But if you look at this, 400 health, this is bonus health. Cinderhulk does get bonus health from its own bonus health. That's what this is right here, man. As
That's
weird
any
as that.
health you get. Isn't bonus health just anything above your base?
Yeah, anything above your base.
Yeah.
That's what this is, man. That's what that extra 60 health is. It's that 15%. So 400 health from here, 300 from Leandri's, 300 from your Strength of Ages. Add it all up, that's the 1,000. So I think what he's saying is that you need 1,000 bonus health in addition to the Cinder Hulk. I thought Nova was saying it was with the Cinder Hulk, though.
Oh, it's with, I think.
I thought it was with. I don't know. If I'm wrong, though, I'll figure it out after this stream and let you guys know.
That's why pros just get like on Rek'Sai they'll get Titanic, the health.
Here, look at it this way. We can actually figure it out right here. So right now it's 75% gold efficient, not counting this shitty passive and all that stuff, right? And then for every 100 bonus health, you get 2.5%. Well, 2.5% times 10 is 25%, which when you add to this is that 1,000. So yeah, it's actually fine. It's the 400 health from this, 300 from an item like Leandri's, 300 from your Strength of Ages. So yeah, it counts on itself, man. It becomes efficient, like the break-even point, right at that 1,000 health. So yeah, it is right. It is right. Trust me, man. Trust the math. It's there. It's good. You had me worried for a second. I've been worried. I've been telling people wrong stuff, but we checked it. It's good. Still good as a second item if you have Strength of the Ages. If you're taking Thunderlords or something else, though, you need a third item because you need another 400 health from something. It says excluding bonus health from itself in the parentheses? Really? I'm going to look again. I'm ignoring your game, man, just because this is bugging me.
Yeah, I actually want to know too.
Yeah, me too. Where?
It's just health though. It's not really because it's just a ruby crystal.
Oh, he's saying here. He's saying right here, actually. Here. So what he is saying is, check this out. Cinderhulk's gold efficiency is further increased by 2.46% for every 100 bonus health obtained, excluding the 400 health granted by this item. So it's actually shittier. So I think he's right. He's saying you need 1,000 bonus health in addition to the 400 health. And that's if this is to be trusted. I still want to do the math myself and make sure.
1,400.
Yeah, so he's saying you actually need 1,400 on top of that. So, okay, let's figure it out. The Doran's rings give you 60 health each, so that's 120. So you need to come up with another 280. Yeah, you're right, man. Apologies. Thank you for doing it. All right, see you to Real Nick. Thanks for following, man.
It's even worse to rush Cinderhulk now that we know that.
Yeah, it's even worse now. So if you see someone buying it first, it's even worse. So this is still not efficient, even if you buy it second. I didn't know. Okay, counterpoint. You have all these freaking jungle items clogging up your inventory at this point, though, because you got boots, you got your Leandries, you need room for pink wards, so maybe you finish it just for, like, slot efficiency. Ugh.
I think slot efficiency overpowers it when you already have 1,000.
Yeah, I don't know. But maybe it's a third item always now. I'll have to do math on this. I'm learning something new from you guys. Thank you, Seawish. Good shit, man. Thank you for, like, staying in your ground. Okay, I'm going to check this, too, because I want to make sure this is right as well. But that's good to get to know. I was just trusting Nova Disc. He seemed like a smart guy. Had spreadsheets and math and stuff like that. All right, so your team is fighting on the other side of the map. You're with your Fed Twitch taking towers. Is this a good decision or a bad decision?
Good.
Yeah, this is amazing. I would keep going. I would keep going. They're all top, right?
Yeah.
Also, you're recalling in plain sight. That's horrible. Why is that horrible? They know exactly where you are. Oh, look, that Karthus was there. If you kept going, you could have definitely murdered him. And you're going mid for the farm. Maybe you need to go top and protect that lane. Depends if they keep pushing or not. Yeah, this is just awkward. Like, I'm looking at this stuff happening bot. I think if you and Twitch stayed there, since they had 3 top, you could have just taken that tower for free. Because you
that bug.
What bug?
I was clicking in the lane and it wouldn't go for like 10 seconds.
I think what you did is you clicked a minion and then the minion died.
Oh.
Oh, another ugly flash alt.
Yeah, this one was awful too.
Yeah, you probably could have killed Braum and Annie if you had done it a little cleaner too.
Could have wrapped around because they weren't going anywhere.
Yeah, they were waiting for you to check that, right? So it's good that you caught them out. Yeah, I like that they're chasing Annie. Go for the sure thing. Help your team because she might like destroy the Shin here, maybe. Maybe. Remember, Braum is the last focus.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are getting in a tower. You don't have minions, though. That's sad. You see Volibear, he's on that mountain dragon, so this is fine. Not sure why your teammates are following you.
Not sure why Azir just tanked.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. But yeah, work on those ult flashes. That's going to be more homework, okay?
Okay.
Same co-op versus AI game while you're practicing your jungle kiting. I want you to do 10 ult flashes, perfectly executed, okay?
Okay. Same as the Amumu ult flash, right? Similar.
It's exactly the same as the Amumu ult flash. It's the exact same button timing. It's so easy.
I think Volibear wrecks me here.
Yeah, like what you want to do there? Do you want to rewatch that? Because you could have lived easy. So here, let's watch. I went back to like 2 hours, right on the money. So you're taking his wolves, which is great, cool. You see him mid, whatever. Does he just like walk into you?
Yeah, I could have. I don't know. I thought I was.
Oh, you're
safe.
doing scuttle. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be safe. Remember, you can always put wards down. You have stuff. The reason you died is because you used your Q.
Yeah, I didn't. That's one. I'll save my Q when I'm like. Not sure.
When this could happen to you, keep your Q. It's not going to speed up your scuttle by that much. It'll do, like, you have 1 point in it, right? So it's doing, what, like 80 bonus health? Leandri's will do a little bit more. Like, it's not going to make that big of a difference. Save your Q. If he runs at you, just Q over a wall. He has to burn Flash, and if he burns Flash, he's by himself in your jungle, so. Just a little thing. But yeah, I think a lot of the early game decisions are kind of making the game what it is right now. Do you agree? Because you're nice and fed. You're 3, 2, and 4. You had some good engages. Sure, the ult flash was a little sloppy, but I mean, you still got kills when it counted. You still took objectives afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
But do you kind of see how the early game strategy is probably where you're getting screwed a little?
Yeah. Yeah, that's my biggest problem. I know. Just early game decision making.
Yeah. So I don't know, like, because watching the rest of this is turning into the clown fiesta, you know?
Yep. Yeah, I just wanted to focus on early game. I think right here is just like when we just get wrecked.
All right, so good time to stop?
Yeah, probably.
All right, cool. Yeah, I agree with Packer Fan. We need at least 3,000 health for Warmog, so that'd be good. If you buy that before you're at 3,000, you're wasting the passive, so that's no good. Dyronian cheese, what's up, man? But all right, so going back to you, Fiber, I'm sorry, I'm being distracted by the shiny things in Twitch. Do you kind of understand, like, how to see the early game problems, like what you need to do? Like, here's that game, right? Like, I'm looking at your op double guh. But here, let's do this. So here's your team, here's their team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we started with what does the enemy team want to do?
Yep.
Right? So what did they want to do?
Get to 6 team fight.
Get to 6 team fight. What else could they do?
You could always do a pick comp, but it's
pick
not
comp.
as good.
But it's not as good because you have Shen and Soraka, so probably not pick comping, right? Now, when we watched that game, what they did is they got to 6 and they started team fighting. That's where you guys started falling apart, right? Because you weren't together, you were splitting, which is fine if it's Shen, but if people are like with the Shen helping him split, that makes no sense. Like, I don't know why Soraka was top and not following the Twitch around. That was weird. So I think what you wanted to do is get the Shen fed, get him Ripped Herald. With these items, I don't think Karthus can do anything to him. This guy was hella fed, right?
Yeah.
So if you just shit on the Karthus all game, get Shen the Ripped Herald, you don't have to worry about Karthus for the rest of the game. And Shen can just kind of hold him up there, and he's just at his mercy. If he gets something like a ZZ Rot 2, Karthus will never be able to push. And then even if Shen like ults in, he still has the ZZ Rot pushing the lane, he can always teleport back. So something like that would have been amazing. And then while that's going on, you guys are on the other side of the map just kind of dancing around. And if these guys are trying to fight as 5, you just, peel backwards and don't fight. You have a 0 wall, you have your ult to disengage, and just let Shen build pressure. If they catch you, Shen can always ult in, and then you fight.
Mm-hmm.
But because of that, you needed to get top fed. Also, Azir being fed was kind of important because Annie's easy to gank, bot lane's not. So you wanted to play towards the top side of the map. This game, we did the opposite, right? So it's And because they want a team fight, having Shen super fed and super strong is important because, again, he can split push.
And help bot, too.
And if he's split pushing, he's splitting them up because someone has to go deal with them. And then he can always ult in. Karthus can't stop it because he has no CC for it. So, yeah, he can always go and help bot, too, even though he's split pushing.
Okay.
But just real quickly, just looking at the enemy team and your team, that's how we figured out what we needed to do. And then, like we said, that determines your jungle route. So if you need to get top and mid fed, what side of the map are you started on?
Bot.
Bot side, so you can farm from the bot to the top. Look for ganks, be strong. Also, if you need them fed, top and mid fed, why else is starting from bot to top good?
Just more efficient clearing.
More efficient clearing, sure, but let's say the enemy jungler starts from bot to top as well.
Depends on the enemy jungler if we can 3v3 or not, or 2v2, whatever.
Oh, right, for sure. But I mean, you're up there to like add a little bit of safety. You know, he's not gonna gank if you're ready to counter gank. He might not tower dive, even though Volibear can do that if you're there to just ruin his day, right?
Yeah.
So you're in the neighborhood and you can kind of match him. That's one thing to be looking for as well.
Like mirror his clears.
Exactly, and that's if you know where he's starting. Like I think that game, if Volibear was a better player, and he did have a very good score at the end. He did play okay, but it seemed like he was just doing random things, and he won from just luck more than like having a solid plan and like outplaying you. If he was like a better player and had a better strategy, I think he starts top side of the map and works his way down and just shits on your bot lane. Because with Braum, with Ezreal, like they have a lot of damage. They have stuns. It's free CC. Really easy for him to like gank when Braum is setting stuff up, when Ezreal's stunning people, right?
Yep.
And also Twitch Soraka. He doesn't want Soraka fed, so she's ruining his ganks elsewhere. He wants to gank the global. Shin won't have his ult yet. Also, Shin will be really hard to gank. Azir will be really hard to gank. I think he wanted to just camp bot lane, and he just didn't do that and still somehow won the game. So that was weird. So I think he screwed up, but you also screwed up, and your screw up was a little bit worse. Because then your team kind of followed Shin around the map, which is like the opposite of what he wants. Kind of makes sense?
Yeah, so like I just need to get better at doing this faster.
Yes.
For like the games.
So how do you get better at this? Do you know?
Faster.
Well, think faster, sure. How do you think faster? How do you practice this?
Play more.
Oh, play more. You don't even need to play, though. Do this. Check this out. Oh, look, another game. Here, let's do it right now.
Okay.
So what does their team want to do?
Let's see.
Their team is horrible, by the way. But whatever. What does their team want to do?
Well, they have a split pushing Aurelia.
I'm glad you shit on this team, so that's good. Okay, they have a split pushing Irelia. What else do they have?
At mid, which is horrible for team fighting, and then they have a Sivir and Kog'Maw, which are really good for team fighting, and then Janna to like disengage for some reason.
Yeah, it looks like they have like a 1-3-1 comp already, where Zed and Irelia are split pushing. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
And then Kog'Maw jungle's going to take forever to get strong, even though he's 14-6-6 and had all their damage. Holy shit.
Yep, my team kind of got wrecked by him.
All right, so knowing this, they probably want to split. Irelia wants to be by herself. Zed probably wants to be by himself. Why is Zed by himself? Why not Kog'Maw by himself?
Because Kog'Maw needs that, like, Janna, whatever, however you say it, to protect him.
Yeah, he needs peel, right? Because if you ult his face, he's just going to pop when Katarina, like, clicks 2 buttons on him and ignite. So that's no good. So it needs some kind of peel. So not Kog'Maw. He's not going to go off by himself. Also, he has no escapes, right? He just has to fight and kill you, and if you have any CC, he just dies.
Yep.
Also, why would he be good with Sivir? Like, for the 3 part?
Because they have to choose one or the other to kill.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, what's the 3 doing in the 1-3-1? Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, you guys are just pushing lanes and then trying to split up the enemy team. And eventually one lane's going to give.
Yeah, that's the idea. So... the way you break a 1-3-1, I'm going back to Rift Kit real quick. Let's say that the Kog'Maw team is here, right? Let's say they're sieging at this tower, right? So he's probably back here. Sivir probably back here. Janna probably, like, right here. And they're just terrified because, you know, their Zed is bot. Their Irelia's up here. Maybe they're, like, trying to push this up as much as they can. I don't know. And you guys are grouped as 5, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know who's on your team. I just know you're playing Sejuani, so this is fine. What are you guys going to try to do?
Push.
Push. What do you need to push?
Wave clear.
Yeah, wave clear. Okay, you get it. So Kog'Maw really good with wave clear with this item, right? His ult is also long range wave clear. He can also, you know, just use attack speed to like shred stuff of this. Sivir, is she pretty good at wave clear?
Yep, 1 auto.
One W and a Q. You know, it's 1 wave, right? So between her and Kog'Maw, they can probably clear waves.
Yep.
So not bad for a 3 here. Zed why is he good for split pushing?
Can 1v1 anyone basically.
Yeah, pretty much. He might have trouble against Darius. He might have trouble against anyone with invulnerability. Like if Katarina tried to fight him, I think she can beat him just because of this.
Yep.
So maybe she can 1v1 him just because she has the Zonias. But maybe he can also run away from that too. I don't know.
Well, he's good at 1v1. He can't 1v1 anyone, but he's pretty good.
Okay, good. Good. It depends, but he's pretty damn good at 1v1ing, and he's also slippery, so he can get away with his Ghost Blade and shadows and stupid shit like that if a Darius is trying to chase him. What about Irelia? Why is she good at split pushing?
She's really good at 1v1ing people.
Mm-hmm. And she has pretty fast wave clear, and she can take towers fast, and she can also jump to minions and over walls and stuff. Like, so she has the 4 good split pushing things. All right, what does your team want to do?
5v5.
Yeah, you guys want a wombo, right?
Yeah.
You have AoE damage on your AD carry, AoE cleanup crew and Katarina. Darius wants to jump in and dunk everybody. You and Nami want to set it up for them to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to deal with the split pushers, what would be a good strategy?
Z-Rot.
ZZ Rot would be an amazing item on both Darius and you. The 2 tanks. Nami can buy one too, maybe instead of her proto belt. I don't know why she's building this. What's that?
Banner on Nami.
Would you build Banner this game? Who are the split pushers?
Aurelia and Zed.
Would Banner do anything?
Probably not, actually.
Yeah, when is Banner good? When is it bad?
I think Banner's good when you're 5v5ing mid. You want to build a wave, maybe?
Banner is amazing. Yeah, if there's 5v5 pressure, but it's really, really good. Here, so let me do this. When is it really, really good? When is it like a must-buy item? Definitely you want it for promoting the minion.
AP.
Yeah, but they have a lot of AP. Why is it good against AP?
Because AP champions are harder. Or it's harder to take like waves with AP champions, maybe.
Think about it this way. What Banner does, first of all, it has an Aegis in it, so it gives you magic resist to everybody standing next to you.
Yep.
So first of all, do they have any magic damage?
Nope.
Not really. Kog'Maw a little, but not a lot, right? So that's the first strike. What does the promote active do on Banner?
Like enlarges a cannon minion.
It enlarges whatever minion you click. Could be a caster minion, usually a cannon minion, because you want the biggest minion to be the strongest, right?
Yeah.
So what else happens to that minion? It's enlarged. It does more stuff. It also gives you gold when it kills stuff, which is nice. But what else? Why is it good against AP and not AD?
It does more damage, and I think it reduces AP damage to it.
It's actually completely immune to magic damage.
Oh. I did not know that.
Okay, that's why we're going over this. So
They have to auto it. Even.
So that Rise, that Anivia, that Vhagar has to auto-attack the cannon minion to death.
Shit.
Are they probably going to last hit that cannon minion?
Probably pretty broken then. No.
No, they're not even going to be able to push the wave. So it's adorable whenever you have like an AP split pusher, like Singe, like Rise, something like that, right? So this game, would it be good?
No.
No, it'd be horrible. Irelia will kill it in 3 seconds. Zed will kill it in 3 seconds. So ZZ Rod is the way to go. Nami, you or Zed can build it. Katarina can actually build it too. It's not bad on Katarina and lane. Can you think about why?
You can just literally, I've seen a guy, and it actually worked. He just put a ZZ Rot under mid tower.
Mm-hmm.
There was just so much mid pressure, and we couldn't really do anything. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's really hard for most mid laners to wave clear against that. So she can roam and just murder people in like 3v2s, 3v1s. Also, let's say she is mid and you're trying to gank her. What can she do to the ZZ minions?
You can jump to them.
Yeah, she can jump to them. She has like infinite escape wards, from those frickin' ZZ minions. So she's giving up a little bit of damage for like more survivability in lane and more pressure, because Katarinas like to roam to snowball. So it's really good on her too. So just kind of a weird situation where you actually had like 4 out of 5 teammates that could build it.
Mm-hmm.
But against Zed, I don't know. I think rushing the Zonias is probably the way to go here, just because it completely negates him. Because anytime he tries to ult and like all in you of all his abilities, you just click, you're active on Zonias. And
Look at her build though too. She has an Abyssal for no reason.
The Abyssal does something.
Yeah, it reduces their MR, but
It gives you ability power, gives you cooldown reduction, it reduces the MR. It's not bad on her, but yeah, there are probably better items. Like a Void Staff probably would have done more. Because again, no magic damage, so this is kind of wasted stats. I agree with you. This might have been better on you, actually, as weird as that sounds. I like your armor items, though, because, everyone on their team does AD damage. But Abyssal, in my opinion, is a tank item.
yeah, me too.
But because Katarina is in people's faces, I could see her getting it. It's not bad on her. It's just there are probably better items.
think of it as like a locket or like I don't know an ages kind
It's
of
an anti-locket. It's like the opposite of it. You know, it's an offensive locket.
deck.
I usually buy it on Sejuani, like if I have a poke mage, like a Lux or a Xerath or a Ziggs, because I'm like right next to the enemy team because I'm a tank and I'm jumping into them or I'm peeling. I'm reducing their magic resist. It makes my poke mage do more damage. Katarina doesn't give a shit though because she's gonna be right next to him spinning, so it's fine on her. It's fine on champs like Fizz. It's whatever. But okay, so you guys want a wombo. Maybe you want ZZ Rots to deal if they're split pushing. I mean, that took you, what, like 10 seconds to figure out?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys want a team fight in wombo, what do you need to do?
And the laning phase as early as possible.
How do you end the laning phase as early as possible? Which targets you're going to go for first?
Towers.
Towers, okay. Which tower first? Bot, top, mid? What's your plan?
I'll go bot.
Yeah, I would go bot too.
I like the dragon.
And yeah, thank you for the follow, friend. Sorry, I had a new follower. Appreciate it. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to finish up this coaching session. But yeah, why bot? Why is that good?
I like the tower and the dragon a lot, even if it's just a useless dragon. Might as well take it to deny.
Why else? Like, who on your team is really, really good at setting you up for a bot lane gank?
Nami is really good. She has she can auto, she can like put the bubbles on herself and slow and bubble and all.
Yeah, for sure. Tristana can jump in and slow them. They have a whole bunch of burst damage. If she has her ult, she can actually insect people. She can W behind them, ult them back into her tower, make it really easy for you to pick off the Sivir. Like, there's a bunch of things that could happen. Nami has her ult. She has her Q. Makes it so easy for your land stuff. Okay, so let's say you kill the bot lane. Why else is bot lane an amazing lane to gank? For taking towers and into the lane phase.
There's the dragon.
Nope, not the dragon. Dragon's important, but not the thing I'm looking for. It's simpler than that. It's something about your bot laner.
Tristana?
Yep. Why Tristana?
She's a really good late game.
Sure, she's really good late game, but what about that champion is better at... Do you see what I'm getting at? Like, what does she do better than other AD carries?
Resets.
Well, resets, sure. Not what I'm looking for, though.
AoE.
AoE, sure. Not what I'm looking for, though. Katarina does AoE. Darius does AoE. You can get that from any lane. Think about what her E does. What's her E?
Oh, you put the little bulb thing on the enemy?
Yeah, on the enemy. What else can you put it on?
Minions. Or towers.
Towers, yes. So why is it good?
Tristana, like, takes towers really fast.
Tristana takes towers insanely fast. So if you free her up... Yeah. She's one of the fastest AD carries at taking towers. There's some goofy stuff. I would argue Ziggs AP carry bot takes towers faster, but whatever.
It does.
I do weird theory crafting on the stream. But Tristana, really fast at taking towers. She has really good wave clear. And like you said, you know, she can just put that E on the tower, auto attack a few times, do extra damage to the tower. So if you free her up, if you kill bot lane, you kill the tower. Remember, like, if you do this before 5 minutes, you know, even better, it doesn't have any damage reduction, so you can take that. She is now free to move top or mid, depending on how you want to rotate around the map, and take that tower. You know, if you free up Katarina, sure, she can kill people better than Tristana because she hits her power spike earlier, but she's going to take towers slower. You free up Darius, sure, he can kill people maybe a little bit better early game, but he takes towers slower. So if your goal is to team fight and you need to take the tower in every lane to do that, Tristana's probably the way to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to this, if you think that's what you want to do, where do you probably want to start?
Top side.
Top side, I agree. And work your way down and get them nice and big. Also, if you do that early, you know, Kog'Maw jungle not going to be strong early. Sivir Janna, are they going to have an easier or hard time negating your gank early compared to like at 6?
Pretty hard time, I think.
Yeah, they don't. Janna doesn't have ult yet. I mean, she's got pretty long cooldowns on her abilities. Sivir's spell shield is like 20 seconds. You know, and she has to dodge Nami E, Q, you know, Tristana jumping in and slowing. There's a bunch of tools that you have bot to like engage on these guys. And also, will Sivir lane be pushing up or no?
Yeah.
Why will it be pushing up?
Sivers in this elo always like to use their W and Q.
Yeah, they're just going to be pushing up with all that wave clear. So it's just a giant target bot lane in my mind. And again, do you see how we got that together? Okay, they want to split push probably. We want a 5v5. What do we need to do if we want a 5v5? We need to unlock the laning phase and start grouping.
Okay.
So how do we do that? What is the fastest way to kill all the towers? Probably Tristana, right? She has the most damage to it. Also, this lane will be pushing up. It'll be easier to kill them than a Zed unless he's playing bad. Irelia will be kind of tricky to kill too. So, do you see the thought process?
Yeah, so it helps just going over past games.
Yeah. So what I would do is I would go over past games. If you want to do it with me, we can do it. If you want to do it with a friend, you can do it and just argue about it. Like here, this game. Let's try. You do it now. I'm going to shut up. I want you to do it. Then we're going to end the lesson. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Right,
so break it down. What do they want to do? What do you want to do?
Who am I in this one?
You're the Lucian. Doesn't matter who you are. Tell me what this team wants to do. Tell me what this team wants to do.
Red team. Red team is hit comp, I think. Because you have the TF ult, and it's also split push. We can just let Tryndamere split push the whole time while we look for picks. Me, TF, Lux, and Gragas.
I really like that. That is exactly what I would do. Why is the Tryndamere split and really good with the rest of the other 4 champions? I can't say words. I've been talking for 3 hours. I'm sorry. But Tryndamere split pushing. What can your other 4 champions do?
Literally pick anybody we want because we have the TF ult.
Yeah, TF ult, Lux stun and slows. Gragas is really good at picking people. What else do you guys have? Let's say the enemy team is trying to 5v5 you or 5v4 you while Tryndamere splits. Can they even get close to your tower?
Nope.
Why?
Lux and TF.
Lux
and Gragas.
Really good wave clear. You can also just click R. You can also click your Q on Lucian and like do some extra damage to the wave when it's in a line, right?
Oh yeah.
So they're not going to have minions to even touch your tower. Looking at this, do they have any range auto attacks?
No.
I mean, they have Vayne, but she's pretty damn like short range, right?
Yeah, she's short range.
Sure, maybe Teemo, but I think he's going to be dealing with the split pushing Tryndamere, right?
Yeah, look at the Tryndamere score. He kind of wrecked him, so.
Looks like this did not go well for him.
Yeah.
Poor Tryndamere. Yeah, Teemo kind of shits on that. But okay. But do you see what you guys probably wanted this guy to split and run away from the Teemo, and then you guys probably wanted to just wave clear and look to catch someone out. If Tryndamere's splitting, what are these guys probably going to do eventually?
They're gonna split up. Someone
Yeah.
has to deal with them.
And when
then
they're
that's when we
split
go.
up, that's when TF clicks R, and that's when everyone else follows up, right? All right, cool. But that was pretty easy. Okay, what do these guys want to do?
Since Teemo's going the build that he's going, I say they want a team fight.
You think so?
Pushing with Jax because like Teemo's kind of going for team fight oriented build, I think.
Actually, yeah, he is, because this hits multiple things. This is also like a goofy build because it has a lot of wave clear.
Yeah, so then Jax would be a split pusher, and then Bard. I think Bard just wants to try to ult a few people. Katarina goes in. Teemo just pokes everyone down.
Yeah, I mean, that could work. What's another option? Let's say Teemo is the split pusher. I like that you said Jax split pushes. You're saying he goes up against the Tryndamere. Why is that really, really good?
Because I think Jax can beat Tryndamere.
Yeah, Jax is a counter to champions like Tryndamere. Do you know why?
E is really good if you max it.
So you max it, you get some CDR. He didn't get CDR this game, but really, really good because Tryndamere literally can't auto-attack him. How does Tryndamere do damage?
By auto-attacking.
By auto-attacking. So anytime Jax's E is up, and if you max it, like I think at 40% CDR, it's on like a 4-second cooldown, Tryndamere has 4 seconds to kill you.
Yep.
And Jax can jump to a minion. He can fight and click R. If he has lifesteal like he does, looks like he was building a Blade of the Ruined King. I don't know why he was 5-1 and 2 and just didn't.
It was BMing. He saved like 5k gold.
Oh, that's adorable. Okay, whatever. So Jax could split. Teemo could also split. Like this could just be for wave clear against the Tryndamere. Tryndamere can't, take towers if he can't have minions there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing. And then this is so Tryndamere can't get away. Eventually, it's a Blade of the Ruined King for lifesteal, stuff like that. Tryndamere tries to fight. Teemo blinds him, throws a shroom on top of him. It's just awful. This is not a.
Kind of got. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys got rolled a little.
Yep.
But at the same time, do they have a tank?
Nope.
You might want a team fight here.
Yeah, exactly, because we have the Gragas. I wish Tryndamere would just stop building damage because he lost so bad.
Yeah, whatever. He's just trying to split himself to a win, but he's like in 2 pretty hard counters to that. Yeah. So it's rough. Even Vayne has some tools. Like he tries to run on her. She has this guy. She can E him into a wall or a tower. Like it's gonna be rough for him.
Vayne can easily 1v1 Tryndamere, I think, if it's a good Vayne.
I feel like Bard could 1v1 Tryndamere at this point. I mean, he's never gonna catch him with the spooky ghosts. Bard, if his magical journey is up, he'll always be able to stun him. Like, oh man. I'm not saying he'll be able to kill him. I'm just saying he'll be able to make it so Tryndamere can't do shit. But their entire team is like, you can't do anything, Tryndamere, so that sucks. This is kind of a bad pick. But yeah, this is what your team wants to do. They want to do like a 1-4 kind of thing. Let's say you were playing the jungler instead of, Lucian. What was an item you could have bought to make it easier on Tryndamere?
Locket? Or no?
Locket might be okay. That'd be good against the Katarina. Might be good against the Teemo if you guys are trying to team fight.
This'll no.
Think about what Tryndamere wants to do, right?
Yeah, he wants to ZZ Rot.
ZZ Rot. Anytime you see someone split pushing, think ZZ Rot would be good. Because if Tryndamere's in one lane, where do you want to put your ZZ Rot? Like, let's say... Yeah, opposite. Let's say Tryndamere's just going top.
Yeah, I'll just put it in under bot tower.
Yeah, if this tower was up, you'd put it like right behind it so they can't really click on it easily. If this tower's down, you'd put it behind this tower. If this tower's down, you'd put it behind this tower, right? Yep. And the whole point is you want it to slowly build pressure this way, so someone has to deal with it. When that someone has to deal with it, you see someone down here, someone's up here dealing with the Tryndamere. What does your pick comp then do?
People.
Pick people. It's that easy, right? So that would have been an amazing item to build on Gragas, who really likes that because it gives him extra tankiness if he's building Cinderhulk and another health item, right?
Yeah.
So this guy kind of built kind of derpy. Not sure what he was doing. Going for like an Abyssal Scepter next, but that's weird.
I don't like Cinderhulk on Gragas. It's kind of useless. He rushed it too.
It's good on him, but you need another damage item in there.
Yeah. Like
most Gragases build the Ludens first because like it's safe. They don't have to throw themselves in the middle of the team fight if they don't want to. They can with E, but with Sejuani, like the reason you build Cinderhulk on her pretty much always, you can build Ludens. You're just so squishy. Because, like, to do damage with your W, where do you have to be?
Inside the team.
To do damage with your E, where do you have to be?
Like, right on them as well.
You have to at least hit them with something, right? So, sure, you can ult and E, and then that's it. But your Q is throwing you in, your W wants to be right next to him. With Gragas, he has the same kind of thing, but, like, his ult, he can use it to disengage. His Q, he can use it to poke people down. And like he just has all these extra tools. He doesn't have to engage unless he really, really wants to. Sejuani, if she wants to do damage, she kind of has to engage. Because if her ult is down, well, great. There's like a 2-3 minute window where the enemy team isn't scared of you anymore. Because Q puts you in the middle. W pushes you in the middle. You can't really use your E unless you're either in the middle of them or you use your ult. So it's like you either have to engage and all in or, you don't, and then there's 3 minutes where you can't do anything. With Gragas, he can just throw a barrel every few seconds, and that's why the AP jungle item is fine on him. He's safer.
Yeah, it's a lot better in my opinion.
Yeah, but if he just wants to be a straight tank, Cinderhulk is fine. He just needs some other damage item. Like Leandri's is fine on him. He can go the same build I recommend for Sejuani. Doran's Rings into Leandri's into Cinder. That's fine. They're a very similar champion, just different ways to play them.
Yeah.
But all right, so other homework on top of this, because I'm going to call it a night. We've been coaching for almost 3 hours, my friend.
Yep.
Last piece. I want you to go through your match history with a friend, and I want you to argue about how each team wants to win the game. And arguing is important, because I want you guys to kind of agree at the end, like on what you think optimal strategies are. Because if you argue with each other, you'll learn better, okay?
Okay.
Argue with a friend about match history. Games. What does each team want to do to win?
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, that's gonna help a lot with the early game too, I think.
Yeah. So to sum up, I want you to do this just so you're healthier in the jungle. I want you to practice your ult flashes, not flash ults, your ult flashes to cancel the ult animation, just because that was ugly to watch for me as a Sejuani main, and you watch the stream, so I want you to be a god. Okay. And then if you do this will inform you about like your early clear. It'll inform you about what lanes to focus on, who to funnel gold. And that early game is the foundation that you build your mid and late game on. So it's very important that you understand this, and you understand this going into the game.
Okay.
Like every game I played, the first 7 minutes is kind of planned out in my head because I know what I need to do to win the game. So if you start doing this, you'll just start climbing because you're always going to be in the right place at the wrong time. And sometimes the enemy jungler won't be. He'll be in the wrong place at the wrong time because they're just randomly walking around, essentially, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yep.
All right, if you run out of games in your match history, what can you do?
Look at other people's.
Yeah, look at other people's. I mean, this is really good to do, and you want to, maybe if you're having trouble doing it quickly, time yourself. Only give yourself 30 seconds, something like that.
Okay.
You know, just put some time pressure on because, you know, in Champ Select, you don't have that much time. Maybe everyone has supercomputers and, you know, the game loads super quick. You don't have like 10 minutes like you do in Bronze when everybody's playing on a toaster.
Yeah.
Makes sense? And yeah, I hear you, the Charlie Tango. We're almost done, man. We're just wrapping up. They want to see the solo queue.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I want to watch some Seju games.
All right, sure. And I'll try to do the stuff we just talked about as well. Like I'll point out when I'm kiting creeps so you can see my movements and stuff. Also, I'll try to do some alt flashes. That'll be nice. And we can argue about like what we need to do too. That'll be fun.
Okay.
All right.
Well, once I get this down, I'll probably hit you up later this month, maybe next month.
Take
look
like
at other stuff.
take a week or two to learn this because this is not easy. Like what we've been doing here. Like we tried to do that earlier. It took us like an hour, right?
Yep.
This takes a while because you have to know what every champion does. And like earlier, you didn't even know what Karthus did, right? So it's like, well, shit. If I don't know what he does, how do I know I was going to team fight? Because like I've never seen a Karthus in like 300 games. Like nobody plays him. That's just weird. So another homework, maybe I recommend this to like my newer players, and I'm only doing this because you said like you didn't know what Karthus did. But anytime there's a free-to-play champ that you have no idea what he does, like they just reworked Vladimir. I have no idea what Vladimir does cooldown-wise. I really just need to play a co-op versus AI game to figure it out. You know, and I know that he heals. I know I want to like move away from him. I know that his ult amps damage. I know he has a pool, but I don't know like the cooldowns. I don't know how the abilities interact. I actually need to play him to get better. I've just been banning him every game, so I don't have to worry about it. But that's stupid. That's like a crutch.
Yeah.
So everybody needs to do that. Just play the co-op versus AI game. Play the champions you don't know so you can learn their weaknesses and strengths, okay?
I do this in normals instead because normals are more fun.
You
Or is
can.
it better?
Just co-op versus AI is like usually quicker. It's like zero pressure. Because if you're doing badly, maybe your team is flaming you because you're playing a champion you don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. If you want to do it in normals, I'm not your dad, man. Do what you want to do. I'm just offering a friendly suggestion. You can practice this stuff in normals as well.
All right, cool.
Just don't do it in rank till you got it down, okay?
All right.
All right, feel good?
Yep.
Helpful?
Very helpful. I think I'm going to climb a lot faster now.
Good. Do it. Because every time you guys hit diamond or whatever, I've gotten like 3 or 4 students in diamond from like silver, gold, plat, which is pretty badass. Like I get excited when you guys are kicking ass.
I'll tell you when I'm plat.
Good. Do it, man. And then we'll go from there and I'll get you to diamond, all right?
All right, cool, man.
All right, have a good night. Kick some ass.
You too.
All right, bye.